15 seconds to airtime. This is the Skyhawks Sports Network. 10 seconds to airtime. This is the Skyhawks Sports Network. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The following is an exclusive sports presentation on WZAC and the Skyhawks Sports Network.
Good evening and welcome to another exciting night of Scott Skyhawk football. It's a cool, crisp fall evening with temperatures in the lower 50s and a perfect night under the lights for one of Boone County's oldest and most heated rivalries, the Scott Skyhawks and the Sherman Tide. Last Friday night, the Skyhawks found a way to light up the scoreboard in magical fashion. The 14th ranked team in Class A rolled into Madison ready to make a statement, and after falling behind by a single point late in the first quarter, the rest of the game belonged to the Skyhawks. They roared back with intensity, passion, and a spark this team's been waiting for all season. Tonight marks the 95th meeting between these two inter-county foes. A rivalry that dates all the way back a full century. They met twice in 1925, the very first season of football at good old Scott High, and the Skyhawks won both of those contests in fashion. Since then, we've seen upsets, classics, and some downright knockdown, drag-out battles on the gridiron between these two schools. But this year, it's more than just about football. There's a little extra pride on the line. Sherman Principal Todd Barnett has thrown down the gauntlet, challenging Scott Principal Amy Hale to a school spirit competition.
Todd Barnett, the principal of Sherman High School.
You ready, Amy Hale? Are you ready for October 31st at Scott High School football field? As the Tide rolls in and all of Big Cold River shows up to see the Sherman High School football team bring a good old Big Cold River smack down at Scott High School. And I challenge you, Amy Hale, to a school spirit competition. We're on Halloween Day at 9 a.m. We're both dressed in our best school apparel and our most school spirit. And we will take a picture of that and we will send it to Van Junior Senior High School. And Miss Jennifer Dent and Mr. Brian Woody will judge which of the two principals has the most school spirit. Again, Halloween night, October 31st, the Big Cold River, the Tide shows up to Scott High School.
I'm here to introduce our principal, Miss Amy Hale. Thank you, Mr. Barnett. I am happy to accept the challenge on behalf of Scott High School because we are known for winning school spirit awards. And we have 6 or 7 more times school spirit than you do. So we will see you next Friday at 9 a.m. Let's go, Skyhawks!
Meanwhile, the Sherman Tide has made waves across Class A football this fall. At 6-2, ranked 6th in the state, the Tide are looking to bounce back after a heartbreaking road loss last Saturday. On the other side, the Skyhawks, despite a rocky start to the season, showed last week that they've still got plenty of fight left in them, coming alive and pulling off an impressive win that turned some heads around the region. So tonight, throw out the records, ignore the rankings, and crank up your radio, because this is rivalry football at its finest. It's a Halloween matchup like none other in the state of West Virginia. It's your Scott Skyhawks hosting the Sherman Tide from Skyhawk Field in Madison, the county seat of Boone County. All the action is next here on WZAC, WZAC925.com, and Video Production.
It's that time of year and time for another edition of Scott Skyhawk Football on WZAC and the Skyhawk Sports Network. Skyhawk Football is presented this season by
Handley Funeral Home, serving the region since 1967.
Stevens Auto Center. Come to Stevens for all the right reasons.
Your local Allstate agent, Liz Underwood. You are in good hands with Allstate.
Burnside Hardware, conveniently located in the heart of Danville.
Your locally owned and operated McDonald's. McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Farrell and Hill Insurance Agency, insuring our community for over 75 years.
Boone Memorial Health, bringing medicine home.
Miller Brothers Pharmacy, your locally owned and operated community pharmacy.
Caldwell Insurance Agency. Let our family help protect your family.
Barker's Hardware, shop where the local contractors shop.
Thornhill Auto Group, home of the Motor Mile of Thornhill dealerships.
Justin Brown Insurance Agency, your local State Farm insurance agent. And by
People's Bank, working together, building success.
And now let's go to the stadium for the People's Bank pregame show. Here is the voice of the Scott Skyhawks, Joe Linville.
And welcome to Skyhawk Field. And tonight we have a revival of a rivalry. The Scott Skyhawks be taking on the Sherman Tide in an old-fashioned knockout, drag-out on the turf here at Skyhawk Field. I don't know. I hope I've got enough voice to get through this. Zach Boyd, the athletic director and assistant principal here at Scott High School, talked me into doing the senior night, and I got about halfway through it and started losing my voice, so I had to call in my faithful partner, Chris Baird, to come in and finish it up. So, Chris, thank you very much. That was not an easy task.
I wouldn't necessarily call me your faithful partner because I was not happy with you under my breath in my own mind. So I don't know about faithful, but I did step in for you.
I appreciate it. Anyway, quickly, let's jump back a week and talk about the Man Hillbillies came into town looking to make a statement last Friday night. They scored the first touchdown, but then Skyhawks came back in the second quarter and went up by 1-7-6, and that was a score at the half. But in the second half, it was all Skyhawks. And I told the guys at the senior get-together last night that was the most effort and zillions and effort that I had seen out of the Skyhawks all season.
It was definitely a different team. I think not only from the way they played, but the way they were coached, especially from the offensive side. We've seen them be a little bit more, I guess you could say, abrupt with their play calling. They were throwing the ball down the field. They were allowing the running game to open up a little bit more. You've seen Peanut Brown be able to throw for 2 touchdowns, and Caden Sharp's got going for the first time all year. Had over 168 yards receiving. So you push the ball downfield, that's going to open up that running game. And that's exactly what we've been talking about for several weeks now. It seems like all 8 weeks, to be honest with you. But opening up the run game, which we know Scott wants to establish. We 100% know that they want to establish the run. And to do that, teams were absolutely just stacking the box against them, putting 8-9 guys in the box and saying, I dare you to throw the ball because we know you can't. Well, we proved last week that there is a small chance that we can throw the ball, and it at least puts to the mind in Sherman that, hey, they can throw the ball. So there may be some lanes opening up here early on in the game as opposed to it has in the first couple weeks.
Peanut Brown come out through 7 of 12 for 97 yards. Mason Brown carried the ball 5 times for a touchdown. But Caden Sharps had 4 receptions for 72 yards. And Caden Sharps had 7 receptions for 168 yards, 2 touchdowns, and had 2 interceptions with a 98-yard pick 6. And that was a big boost to this Skyhawk team last week.
Yeah, and we've talked about it. The front 7 has not been the problem for Scott over the course of this season. It's really been the back end, that secondary. And last week with Caden finally being back and at least somewhat healthy, you showed what kind of effect that he can have in that backfield. He was able to pick off 2, had his hand on a couple more, and it frees up Ryan Neal to be more of that buzz saw, that jackknife, that Swiss Army knife that we've seen him play this year. If Caden's back there and he's able to have the ability to have that trust that somebody's on the back end in order to kind of help watch the secondary for him.
Well, let's go ahead and move forward, and let's talk about tonight's game. The Sherman Tide are back out on the field for the second time, going through their pregame warm-ups. For the Tide, they knocked off Sissonville in the first game of the season, 48-41. Fell to Tug Valley in the second game, 51-16, but then they went on the road to knock off Pocahontas County, Riverview. They beat Wayne 40-20, and that game was at Seth. Then they played Man, and they went on the road to Man and won that game 24-14, beat Tulsa 50-30, and then lost a heartbreaker last week down in the final seconds of the game to Clay Battelle up north. And they come into the game tonight at 6-2, and Scott's just on the other end of the spectrum. They come into the game at 2-6. But Scott is going to have to put forth some effort and play like they did against the Hillbillies in order to have a chance at this game tonight.
Yeah, and to be completely honest with you, this is what coaches kind of coach for. The opportunities where you shouldn't have to get your kids ready to play. The game does everything for them. You know, this game's got a lot of implications. It's the last time these two teams played was 2021, with Sherman coming out on top, I think 14-8. And then Sherman canceled the next game, the next season, so they didn't get to play. They were supposed to play in 2022. They didn't play. I'm sorry, it's 48-20. That's right. Or
the previous
2020
year,
was
18-14.
So it's one of those things to where, you know, Scott should be up for this. I know the record doesn't reflect the season that you want to have, but you've got an opportunity to show exactly, turn your season not so much around, but you got a chance to make a statement right here. Sherman's coming in, having a great season. They're looking to host a playoff game. They're a team that you want to knock off, and it comes down to bragging rights. So we've heard all week that, you know, that side of the mountain wants this side of the mountain wants that. We've got more school spirit.
Yeah.
Here's a chance to prove it.
I was going to mention Sherman principal Todd Barnett challenged Scott to a contest, I guess, between he and Amy Brown about school spirit, and we'll learn a little bit more about the results of that here a little later. But there's been a lot of fun just picking back and forth, and in a good way between Scott and Sherman, because this has been such a rivalry. Like I said, this is the 95th meeting between these two teams in the last 100 years. We'll step aside, take a break, and we come back. We'll have the head coach of the Scott Skyhawks, Jeremy Dolan, with us on the Miller Brothers pregame show. We'll step aside, take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with more after this on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
With Erie Insurance here at Caldwell Insurance Agency, I want to provide you with the best customer service available. I want to provide you with coverages that nobody else can provide you with, along with affordable rates. I promise you, when you come in this office, we will take better care of you than anybody else. Provide you with the best auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and life insurance. I want our family to be able to take care of your family, and I promise you we will be able to do that here at Caldwell Insurance Agency.
Before you hit the hiking trails with your crew, make a quick stop at your local Little General convenience store. We've got the snacks, drinks, and gas to keep you going. Because every great hike starts with a little planning and a lot of snacks. We're proud to be part of your journey, rooted in West Virginia and built for the road ahead. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Skyhawks, Coach Jeremy Dolan. And, Coach, first of all, let's take a look back at the man game last week. The Hillbillies jumped out, scored on you first, but then the rest of the game was all Skyhawks.
Yeah, and, I was really proud of the boys. I think for the first time all season, we actually put together a complete team victory. I thought we played really good in all three aspects of the game, special teams and offense and defense were all clicking. So, I told the boys after the game that, one of the things that I seen, Friday night was the things that I thought we'd see most of the year. But they sold out for one another. They played for one another, and the effort was there all night long, and they executed. And so it was a good victory for us. We needed it.
When Mason scored that first touchdown and then Breelove come on, kick the extra point, it was just like when you guys went up that by 1 point, you could just see the exhilarance and the energy come out of those guys. They just all across both the offense and defense, just a lot of effort.
Yeah, when you haven't been able to put the ball across the goal line for a couple of games. I think that first one was almost like a relief factor for us. And I think once, we scored, it was almost like, hey, we settled in, and it was like, we could put the ball in from any way we wanted to at that point. Peanut had some nice throws on the night, and, Mason and Cooper and Ryan, I thought all three ran real well, and Peanut ran real well. So, again, we were real balanced on offense. I thought run to pass, and, defense, I think defense has played good for the most season. We've just been in situations where defense has been on the field a lot, but again, I thought Coach Elkins had a really good game plan going into the night, and I thought the boys went out there and they executed. And Coach Sharps, again, I thought he called a really good game, and I thought the boys executed on offense just as well. So it was a good all-around victory.
I was going to say you had Peanut Brown was 13 of 19 for 208 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he also had 9 carries for 85 yards and a touchdown. So not bad for the quarterback. And then Caden Sharps had 7 receptions for 168 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he had 2 interceptions for 113 yards, and one of them was a pick six 98-yard return. So effort all across the field on offense and defense.
Yeah, I think Peanut, it was only his third start. I think you started seeing him settle in, and Peanut actually improvised and did a couple things out there at times where we kind of just gave him a little bit of freedom to do what he felt he wanted and or what was there. And one of them was the touchdown run that he had. He had told Coach Sharps that he knew it was there, and so Josh had called the play. It was actually supposed to be a power play designed to go to Mason, and to Mason's credit, he carried out the fake, whether he knew he was getting the ball or not, I guess. Peanut pulled it, read it perfectly, and he got down the shot out the opposite side and scored a touchdown. So I think as we continue to see his growth as a quarterback, I think you'll see the team play better, and with that growth comes confidence, and the more confidence he's got, not only in himself but the guys around him, makes a huge difference. And then a couple plays particularly I showed the boys in film the other day that were a huge difference compared to what we've getting in the regular season or in the other games throughout this regular season was the interception, the 98-yard interception return that Caden had. Caden, that's a great feat to intercept the ball and run 98 yards, but you don't do that without the 3 blocks he got on that play. And the first one was Ryan Neal. I mean, he got out in front of Caden, got a block around midfield or so. Caden cut back inside. Cooper Grant, who was busting his tail to get down through there, made another nice block, just got in the guy's way enough to keep him off Caden. And then the other kid was Tanner Simmons, who was a freshman making his first ever career start at corner. He was a corner on the complete opposite side of the field of Caden. And if you watch on film, he busts his tail, get down there, and he gets the final block as Caden's coming across the midfield. And if they don't get those 3 blocks, we don't score. And the other play was, it was fourth and about 6 inches, and it was a 7-6 game at the time, and we were around 35 or so. And, it's one of those situations I called for the punt team because I thought that was the smart play to do, especially with where we were at in the field, time of game. And even though I got a bunch of guys in the bleachers, I could hear the student section yelling, "Go for it!" But I called for the punt unit, and we punted. And Hunter Woodrum, who was playing gunner to the right side, bust his tail getting down through there, and that I think him coming as hard as he was, that punt returner got his eyes on Hunter for just enough that when it hit hit him, bounced off his chest, and then Mason, who was the long snapper, he got a good clean release and was busting his tail downfield. He was able to get on the football. Those were plays we were not getting at the beginning of the year, and that comes with, the effort part of it. And but I just seen that all night, guys selling out, playing for one another, running hard, blocking hard. And then defense, I thought we swarmed to the football better than I've seen us in a while too. So, like I said, it was just a great team victory. All three aspects of the game, we played really well.
You've had the week to turn things around, had a little weather move in. You've had some rain this week and practice in the rain, but, basically going back to a big rivalry game between Scott and Sherman tonight. And there's been a lot of hype on social media between the principals and just a lot going on. So how do you keep your team's, head in check and focus on the game for tonight?
Well, it's a fun time for the kids, and I've seen both, the Sherman kids and the Scott kids, and the principals are all having a little bit of fun with it, and that's what it should be. We played them here in 21, my first year here, so I was glad we was able to get back on the schedule. For whatever reason, they didn't want to play the last 3 years, but they've decided to pick that rivalry back up, and it's good for the county. It's good for both schools. We've got a 2-year contract, and it'll make a lot of money for us tonight, and it'll return the favor for them next year. So I think it's a game that's got to be played every year. I understand if one school gets bigger than the other or something. Sometimes that may not be the best thing, maybe in their minds, but I think at the end of the day, financially, it makes a lot of sense for both schools because it does generate a lot of revenue, and we depend on that revenue because we don't, outside of fundraising, that's the only other money that we have that comes into our programs. So it'll be a big gate and a big draw for them next year. But again, I wish they would have chose to keep us on the schedule the last 3 years. But I'm glad my first year and last year that we're going to get a chance to play this game. So anytime you get a chance to beat up on little brother, it's always a little fun.
Sherman comes into the game 6-2, lost a heartbreaker to Clay Battelle last week, right at the end of the game. But how do you feel like you match up with the Tide?
Listen, they're very talented. I mean, honestly, Trey Lester, I coached when I was with the Danville Hawks, and he's, in my personal opinion, probably one of the best players in the state, if not, probably, top 5 at least in single A. But I mean, Trey is a phenomenal athlete. Polly, the quarterback's pretty good. Dawson Green's another kid that I coached in midget league. Hard runner. They're really good at skills positions. So I know we've got some skills guys, and I think we'll match up okay with them. I think up front, I'm hoping that we're a little bit better than them. They have some big boys up there. I think our line and stuff the last couple of weeks has gotten better. Some of the competition that we've played, our record doesn't always show up, but through the competition that we've played and faced, I think it has made us a lot better. So I think overall, I think it's going to be a good matchup. I don't have no doubt that if we come out and we play like we did against Man, that we could leave here tonight with a victory.
How was the Skyhawks injury-wise? You get banged up, especially at this point in the season.
Well, I mean, given that it's week 9, I don't have but one kid that's out with a head injury, but he was a special teams player. He's a younger player that plays more JV, but we got a couple of varsity guys that are nicked up and stuff, and so we're having to limit them a little bit in practice. Drake Daniels, who's another freshman that's played really well, he got a little nicked up in the game last week, and then, Jaden Smith, who didn't play last week because he injured his knee, he's probably a kind of a game time decision for tonight. But the guys that stepped in, Charlie Ball and Cooper Grant and them that filled in for him on offense and defense, they had, and Mason Brown too. We played Mason at linebacker last week when Jaden got hurt. They all stepped up and played well. So I'm hoping that we'll have Jaden Smith and Jaden Brown both available tonight. But we've limited them in practice this week. So and as well as Drake. So, but I think most of them will be a game time decision, and we'll kind of feel out what the need is. We thought the same thing with Ryan Neal last week, and Ryan Neal went out and had one of the best games that he's had all year. And again, he didn't score a touchdown, but about 3 touchdowns that we did have, Ryan had key blocks on them. So, and those are the things we're looking to get from guys.
Coach, got to ask you one question, or a final question, actually. It's going to be your final game as a head coach at Skyhawk Field. Any emotion?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying if it wasn't. I guess right after probably the Roan game, it started setting in. I knew we was coming back for 2 here, and then, got one to go to Williamstown. And my mom's only been able to make it to 1 game this year. So she's planning on being here tonight. So that alone's emotional for me, but.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We'll actually catch up with Coach at halftime tonight, talking about the senior players here at Sky High. We'll be back with more of our People's Bank pregame show. We've been talking to the head coach of the Scott Skyhawks, Jeremy Dolan. We'll be back with more Black and Gold football after this break on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
Health began as a small clinic with a simple yet powerful purpose: to care for our neighbors right here at home. From the very beginning, it was about people showing up for each other, building trust, and staying connected. Today, Access Health is serving thousands across southern West Virginia. But what makes us different isn't just the care we provide, it's who provides it. Our team was born here, trained here, and lives here. This is what community looks like. This is Access Health, by the community, for the community, always.
With Erie Insurance here at Caldwell Insurance Agency, I want to provide you with the best customer service available. I want to provide you with coverages that nobody else can provide you with, along with affordable rates. I promise you, when you come in this office, we will take better care of you than anybody else. Provide you with the best auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and life insurance. I want our family to be able to take care of your family, and I promise you we will be able to do that here at Caldwell Insurance Agency.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
Are pretty much about 99% full on the visiting side for the Sherman Tide, and a big crowd has showed up here tonight for your Scott Skyhawks. And just in the school spirit competition, that award that was voted on by the principals at Van High went to the Sherman Tide. So, of course, Mr. Barnett was up there in what do you call it? That big bright suit he had on. So, but anyway, they were both dressed up in school colors and made light of it. And anyway, a lot of fun for both schools. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. Chris Barrett, I'll give you let you go with the defensive unit for Sherman.
We'll start up front, defensive line going left to right. Number 55, junior Aiden Rose. Number 54, a sophomore Connor Lovejoy. Number 69, a senior Luke Elkins. And number 15, a sophomore Chase Jarvis. And the linebacker cores will be number 7, freshman Nathan Pratt. Number 40, senior Dawson Green. And number 27, a junior Levi Sprouse. In the back secondary will be corners, number 5, Eli Pauley, a junior. Senior, number 9, Trey Lester. And the two safeties will be sophomore number 6, Colby Adkins, and junior number 3, Bryce Mooney.
And it looks like we're going to have a couple Sharks starting tonight for the Skyhawks down on the Skyhawks sideline. But anyway, let's take a look at the offensive starting lineup for your Scott Skyhawks. At right tackle, number 68, a freshman, J.O. Sampson. At right guard, a senior, number 66, Ethan Bowe. At center, a senior, number 50, Thomas Crisp. Left guard, a junior, number 59, Charlie Ball. At left tackle, a junior, number 77, Eli Gillespie. At tight end, a junior, number 21, Cooper Grant. Another senior at wide receiver, number 12, Hunter Woodrum. Ryan Neal, another senior, starts at wide receiver along with number 11, Caden Sharps. Running back for the Skyhawks will be a senior, Mason Brown. And the starting quarterback tonight, a senior, wears number 17, Jeremiah Peanut Brown.
For the offense, we'll start up at left to right on the offensive line. Freshman 63 Tyler Hara, junior number 55 Aiden Rose, sophomore number 54 Connor Lovejoy, freshman number 50 Waylon Baldwin, and senior number 69 Luke Elkins. The wideouts will be number 9 Trey Lester, a senior, sophomore number 1 Chase Southern, and then the tight end will be number 7 Nathan Pratt. The running backs will be 27 junior Levi Sprouse and sophomore Colby Adkins. And then the quarterback is number 5, a 5'10", 160-pound junior Eli Pauley. Head coach Kevin Buzzard. Assistant coaches Brian Guthrie, Dustin Trail, Willis Hensley, Leland Salmon, and Tom Hensley.
Now we'll take a look at the starting defense for your Scott Skyhawks. At defensive end will be a senior, Ethan Bode. Nose tackle will be Moose Miller, a junior. Defensive end, Eli Gillespie, a junior. Outside linebacker, Cooper Grant, a junior. Middle linebackers will be Charlie Ball, a junior, and Mason Brown, a senior. Outside linebacker on the other side will be Peanut Brown, a senior. Quarterbacks, Hunter Woodrum. Free safety, Ryan Neal. Strong safety, Caden Sharps. And the cornerback, Tanner Simmons, a freshman. Both teams are on the field. Sherman will be kicking to Scott. They have it all teed up, and the kick is away. It will bounce at the 25, taken by Caden Sharps across the 25, comes to the 30. He's got a little room. He goes to the 35, goes up to the 36, maybe the 37. It'll be 1st and 10 on the return for the Scott Skyhawks. Scott will start on their own. Looks like it will be 37-yard line. That's where the Skyhawks will put it in play. 1st and 10. Nice return by the Skyhawks to get this game underway. Here come the Skyhawks wearing all black tonight. Gold numerals, the white helmets. Sherman wearing all white, trimmed, and we got a jump on the right side. It will be offsides against Sherman. So the Skyhawks will get a 5-yard bonus to start this opening drive. Sherman wearing white, trimmed out in maroon with gold or bright yellow helmets with the anchor on each side. Scott set and ready. Peanut Brown from the gun. Takes a snap. Hands it off to Mason Brown. Brown goes left. He's across. He's across the midfield. He's got some open room. He's at the 40, 35, and finally tripped up and goes down, way downfield, inside the 30, down near the 25-yard line. Nice run by Mason Brown.
Yeah, just an inside handoff, as you'll see here on the replay. He breaks one tackle right around the line of scrimmage, and he's got green grass all in front, or turf, as I guess you could say, as he gets into the second level of the Sherman defense, and then it's not going to be easy to bring down Mason Brown in the open field.
Ball spotted at the Sherman 26-yard line. 1st and 10, Scott. Peanut Brown will go from the gun. Mason Brown to his left. Receivers out wide on both sides. Hands it off to Mason Brown. Brown comes to the near side this time. He is taken down. Oh, and they say it's a fumble. Sherman's got the ball going back down the field, and he is going to outrun him. That is number 1, and Sherman goes down and apparently scores a touchdown.
Yeah, it's going to be Chase Southern. Ball was fumbled right around the 28-yard line, and
11:31 showing on the first quarter clock, and the Sherman Tide gets a big break on a fumble recovery. And how many yards did you say, or where did they?
It's going to be a 72-yard.
Wow. What a break for the Tide. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. That's kind of what happened to Scott in the man game last week, but unfortunately, they're going for 2 this time. They'll line up 4 receivers to the right. Empty backfield. Quarterback stands in the gun, drops back, wants to pass. He rolls right. He's being pursued, and he'll go down on the sack. So the 2-point conversion fails, but Chase Southern picked up the play, and he's a speed demon. He just flat out ran every member of the Scott offensive unit back down the field for the touchdown. We'll step aside for a quick 30-second break here on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
Looking for top quality tools and supplies? Head over to Barker's Hardware.
With Erie Insurance here at Caldwell Insurance Agency, I want to provide you with the best customer service available. I want to provide you with coverages that nobody else can provide you with, along with affordable rates. I promise you, when you come in this office, we will take better care of you than anybody else. Provide you with the best auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and life insurance. I want our family to be able to take care of your family, and I promise you we will be able to do that here at Caldwell Insurance Agency.
A big break for the Sherman Tide as Mason Brown fumbles the ball on the carry, and they pick it up, run it back 72 yards by Chase Southern and go on the board first. And Sherman jumps out to a 6-0 lead. The kick, a spiraling kick. It is taken by Hunter Woodrum at the 20, across the 25, goes up the other side of the field. He will come down around the 33, 34-yard line of the Skyhawks.
Yeah, that last drive for Scott just kind of sums up the kind of year that Scott has had. You get a big play there, first play of the game after a defensive penalty, and then just lose the ball, and then next thing you know, you're in chase mode on offense there.
1st and 10, Scott. They'll spot the ball at the Scott 34. Twin receivers out to the near side. Brown from the gun. Brown takes it, drops back, wants to pass, brings the pass to the – it was intended for Ryan Neal. Pass goes incomplete. 2nd down and 10 now for Scott.
He had Hunter Woodrum down here in the flat. He ran a small curl route, and then you had Ryan Neal running a little bench route right out here, and it was kind of thrown in between the two. Ryan was able to get his hand up there and get a fingertip on it, but pass falls incomplete.
2nd 10, twin receivers coming to the near side. A flanker and a single running back. Peanut Brown from the gun. Takes a step, drops back, wants to pass, rolls left. He's being pursued. He is going down for a quarterback sack. He hangs on to the football, but it's going to be a loss of 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd down 14 now for Scott.
As you can see right here, Sherman just gets a really good rush around that right side, and it's number 72 for Sherman, which is Elijah Saunders, was able to get in there and get to Peanut Brown to drag him down for a 4-yard loss.
Skyhawks got 20 seconds on the play clock. Here they come. Twin receivers each way for Scott. Single running back. Brown takes a step, drops back, wants to pass. Being pursued, throws the pass. It is complete, and it's going to be short. Caught. Catching the pass is Caden Sharps, but Scott is going to be short by about 7 yards. It's going to be 4th down and 7. Ball moves up to the Scott 37-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to bring in the punting unit, as you said, Joe. 4th and 7 here. Try to give Ryan Neal an opportunity to kind of flip field position right here.
Back deep for Sherman. Looks like Kobe Adkin. Snap back, and the kick is a high end-over-end kick. He is going to fair catch it at the 28-yard line. And that's where Sherman will put it in play for the first time tonight on their opening drive. They scored a touchdown on Scott's opening drive on the second play. Scott fumbled the ball, and they picked it up and ran it back for a touchdown.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Scott responds right here. You're punched in the mouth early with the costly fumble and then the defensive touchdown, and then you go a 3 and out. And then now you're staring at a potential 2-touchdown deficit if you can't make a stop here.
Sherman says single wideouts each way. Quarterback from the gun hands it off to number 40. He is caught in the backfield. On the carry for the Tide is Dawson Green. And waiting on the spot. No gain on the play. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 for the Tide.
Yeah, Dawson Green is also their middle linebacker, but he is one of those runners that likes to go north and south, put his head down and try to get extra yardage by running through people. Scott done a really good job right there of not trying to arm tackling like we've seen them do several times this year. They get to him, wrap him up, and is able to ride him down to the turf.
Elijah Pauley, the quarterback, stands from the gun. Single running back. He drops back, wants to pass. Looking, rolls right, and he throws it away. He goes down. He was going down and just unloaded the ball, threw it out of bounds to the near side. He actually had a receiver in the vicinity of Colby Adkins, but he couldn't get it. He actually was just trying to throw it away, I do believe. 3rd down and 10 now for Sherman.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to get the post route down here to this near side. He immediately, as soon as he got the snap, went to, his eyes straight to that post route. But Scott done a really good job. He had number 0 for Scott, which is Tanner Simmons, and Ryan Neal playing that safety position. Done a really good job of jumping that route, and then it was kind of panic mode for Pauley.
Single wideouts once again for the Tide. Quarterback from the gun drops back, wants to pass once again. Hail Mary's one down the field. It is going to be incomplete. It is deflected by number 0 for Scott, Tanner Simmons, the freshman, and it will bring up 4th down for the Tide.
Yeah, this time they run a similar formation, but this time they run a go route with Chase Southern, the kid who picked up the fumble and ran it for a touchdown. Ball's underthrown slightly, but it was a really good job of Tanner Simmons, the freshman, working back to the football and kind of playing defender there, and Ryan Neal comes in and cleans it up by batting the ball away and forcing a punt situation.
Back punting for Sherman is number 1, Southern. He stands all the way back to his 18-yard line. Gets a nice punt. It will bounce and roll. It's still rolling inside the 35. Scott will. Oh, that was kind of a cheap shot, but the ball rolls back into the 32-yard line. That's where Scott will put it in play, 1st and 10.
Good job there by that Scott defense of coming up big right there. We've seen them be susceptible to the run at times, especially with bigger running backs not being able to get their arms, trying to arm tackle and not being able to bring down ball carriers. First run of the ball game with their big middle linebacker, Dawson Green. They do a really good job of getting him to the ground, and then they force them to throw 2 passes right there that Scott's able to come up big on a defensive end.
Here come the Skyhawks out of the huddle. They'll bring twin receivers to the near side, send 2 to the far side. Peanut Brown from the gun. Ryan Neal goes in motion, hands it off to Grant Cooper, and he comes up across the 35. He'll pick up 4, maybe 5 yards on the play.
Cooper Grant on the carry, 5 yards on the play.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 for Scott.
Yeah, this time they put the fullback, Cooper Grant, in that running back position, put Mason Brown out wide into the slot. And we've seen that. Teams, whenever they don't see Mason Brown in the backfield, they kind of, running lanes kind of open up, and this time Cooper Grant's able to do a really good job of picking his way through the offensive line and getting 5 yards.
This time we send 3 receivers to the far side, single wide out to the near side. Brown from the gun takes it, hands it off once again to Cooper Grant, and he goes nowhere. He is caught back there immediately by number 27 for Sherman. That is Levi Sprouse.
Yeah, Levi Sprouse is playing that outside linebacker position or the bandit position where his job is to get to the backfield, especially when he receives that handoff. He's the read guy, and he just comes straight down the offensive line, and he's able to bring down Cooper Grant, meet him at the spot, and bring him down for no gain.
Same formation for Scott. 3 to the far side, single wide out to the near side. Peanut Brown takes it, hands it off to, quarterback keeper, and they catch him, and once again it's Sprouse making the tackle. He throws Peanut Brown down at the 30 for a 2-yard, or actually a 7-yard loss. Actually, they're going to give him forward motion. It'll be a loss of 4.
Yeah, again, we just see number 27 for Sherman, which is Sprouse. He's just able to get up the field quick, and he doesn't do does a fantastic job of reading the handoff, doesn't fall for it, and then he follows Peanut Brown right to the spot. He's able to bring him down.
Ryan Neal back to punt, standing back at his own 20. Low snap, gives Scott plenty of time, delays the punt, gets it downfield. It will bounce at the 35, rolls in the direction for the Skyhawks inside the 30 down to around the 27, 28-yard line, and that's where the Tide will put it in play.
Yeah, Ryan Neal's been such a weapon this year. That's back-to-back punts that he's able to place at the 28-yard line. This one, 39 yards, and the last one was 35 yards. And for people who don't know, for a high school kicker, punter, that's very good numbers, and we've seen him do it all year.
6:37 showing on a first quarter clock. Skyhawks trail Sherman 6-0. Sherman will bring twin receivers to the near side. Quarterback goes from the gun. Takes it, hands it off to that big running. Oh, they run him. They catch him in the backfield, and they take him backwards. That is Dawson Green on the carry. And they're giving forward motion. Man, they give him a nice, generous spot. A loss of a yard. But they took him backwards quick, and he is down. No, that was the replay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Scott's just doing a really good job of getting a good push up front. We've seen it even on the two pass plays. They were getting pressure through the middle of the offensive line.
Now you send twin receivers to the far side. Quarterback drops back, throws a pass quickly across the field. It is caught. He's up to the line of scrimmage. Oh, and he took a heck of a tumble to the ground by a Scott defender over there. Was that Cooper Grant?
I believe so. It was both Grant, Ryan Neal, and Peanut Brown over there that was kind of in the vicinity.
It'll be 3rd down and 8 now for the Tide. A gain of a yard on the play.
I'm sorry, Addix Pennington was one of the ones that was over there.
Tide comes out of the huddle. They'll send twin receivers to the near side.
It was a gain of 3 yards. Sorry.
Okay.
I kind of got lost in watching that replay.
Quarterback from the gun. Got a man in motion coming to the near side. They drop back. Want a pass. He's under a ton of pressure. He unloads one, and it's intercepted. And the Skyhawks, the freshman, number 0, Tanner Simmons with the interceptions for the Scott Skyhawks.
That's back-to-back drives where you see Tanner Simmons, the freshman, really coming up huge here tonight. Back-to-back drives, as we said. He comes up with the great defensive play over here on 3rd and long, and now he comes up with the interception, setting up Scott in great position here, starting in Sherman territory.
They'll start at the Sherman 42-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Skyhawks. 5:07 on a first quarter clock. Sherman leads it 6-0. Here come the Skyhawks out of the huddle. They'll send 3 receivers far side, single to the near side. Peanut Brown goes from the gun. Takes it quickly, hands it off to Cooper Grant. Grant off to the left side, across the 40, up to the 41, 42-yard line. He'll gain, not a generous spot at all. Actually a gain of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 8. Actually, now they drag it up a little farther. So it's close to a gain of 3, so we'll give them 3. 2nd down, 7.
Again, just inside handoff. We're seeing Mason Brown over there in that slot position after the fumble, so we'll see if that continues here as we see him line up back deep, dot in the eye here on this play.
Yep, he lines up. Peanut Brown goes under center. Takes a step, turns, hands it off to Cooper Grant up the middle, and he is tackled and brought down quickly by number 72, Elijah Saunders. Gain of a yard on the play. 3rd down and 6 now for the Skyhawks.
Especially here on 3rd down, you got to get a body on 27. Levi Sprouse for Sherman. He's had way too easy of a job of being able to get into the backfield coming from that Sam position coming down the offensive line.
Twin receivers go each way this time. Peanut Brown from the gun. Brown drops back, looking to pass. Fires a pass to the near side, overthrows his target intended for Ryan Neal. He just flat out overthrew Neal, and that'll bring up 4th down for Scott.
Yeah, that time Scott done a really good job. It was the running back, Cooper Grant, does a good job of finding Sprouse. He steps up at the last second and gets in front of Sprouse, but Peanut Brown just not able to find Ryan Neal on that little out route, which if caught, he would have at least been close to that 1st down, if not picking it up.
Ryan Neal was triple teamed over here. Scott going for it on 4th down. They'll send twin receivers each way. Peanut Brown from the gun, drops back, looking, fires one downfield, and it's going to be intercepted. And they're going to stop Sherman at the 1 yard line. That's probably better than the punt, other than the turnover mark going against you.
Intercepted by number 6, Kobe.
Man, they spotted that up near the 3. They actually tackled him right in front of the goal. Bad spot. I just watched it on the replay. The knees hit back inside the 2. But we'll take it. .339 showing on the first quarter clock. Sherman leads at 6-0. Other than the fumble in return for a touchdown, it's been a battle between these two schools. Quarterback hands it off in the backfield, and he's got some room across the 10.
Trey Lester on the carry.
On the carry is number 9, Trey Lester. Yep.
Ryan Neal almost was able to punch that ball out as he come in for that tackle. Trey Lester doing a really good job of covering that ball up.
Moves the ball up to the Sherman 13. Tide will send 2 receivers to the near side. Quarterback from the gun takes a snap, hands it off in the backfield to number 27. He's got some room, gets across the 15, up near the 17.
Gain of about 4.
Gain of 4 on the play. Second down and a long 6.
Yeah, just a inside handoff right there where both these last two plays have been inside handoffs. Looked like they were trying to go off tackle, and then they just bounce it back to the middle, and they're finding open running room.
This time Sherman will send one out wide and the inner receiver to the far side of the field. Quarterback from the gun takes a snap, hands it off. Quarterback comes, or the run man goes up the middle. Number 27 is the ball carrier, Levi Sprouse. He's across the 20 up near the 23, and they'll give him the first down and move the sticks.
Yeah, they're going to get him just shy of the 24-yard line. Again, Scott does a really good job of off the edges of getting up the field, but that time Sprouse does a really good job again of sidestepping the Scott pressure and is able to get upfield.
1:56 on a turning clock. Here comes Sherman out of the huddle. They'll bring twin receivers near side, single receiver to the far side. Quarterback from the gun drops back, wants to pass. Hail Mary's one down the field, and it is going to be incomplete. He cannot hang on to it. It was intended for number 9, Trey Lester, and he just could not hang on to it. He come up wanting the flag, but there was no interference there.
Yeah, I don't know where he was wanting the flag right there. It looked like that he actually was better off running into Caden Sharps. That allowed him to come back to the ball a little bit better, and that just squirted right through his arms.
Yep. 2nd and 10. Here comes Sherman. Single wide out to the near side. 2 tight receivers on the far side. Quarterback from the gun. Hands it off to number 9 in the backfield, and he gets around the outside, and they will bring him down near the 30-yard line. Trey Lester on the carry once again. They'll spot it at the 30. Gain of 6 on the play. 3rd down and 4. 3rd and 4.
Yeah, this time that you see them go split backs in the backfield, they've got Dawson Green to the left of the quarterback, and then they just hand it off inside to Trey Lester, and he just follows Dawson Green.
Same formation. They'll hand it off to, and they'll stop him back at the 30-yard line. Good stop by the Scott defense. Gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 4th down for Sherman.
Yeah, that was all Mason Brown right there. He fights through the block right there from the Sherman offensive lineman, which is number 63, Tyler Hara. He fights through that block and is able to get to Dawson Green and bring him down for a very short 1-yard gain and set up a 4th down and 3 here for Sherman.
Punter is on for Sherman. Stands back at his own, and a flag on the play. Waiting on the officials. Still waiting on the calls, the officials.
Of both teams. Illegal substitution on the receiving team. In close on the offense.
Offsides on Sherman. Illegal substitution for Scott, so they'll play and snap it again on 4th down. 4th and 3 for Sherman. Punter stands back just inside his own 20-yard line.
Got to be aware of a fake right here.
You got 3 blockers back deep. Scott showing penetration. And a false start on Sherman. That'll back him up 5 yards. So it'll be 4th down and 8.
Be interested to see here if they change the way that their punt formation right here, because it'll tell you if they were planning to fake it or not.
No, they're still going with 3 blockers back in the high snap. Scott rush. It's a punt. It will come down, bounce at the 47, rolls inside, down to the 40, down to the 39, and that's where Scott will put it in play at their own 39-yard line. As we mentioned, Sherman wearing all white with Sherman in maroon across the chest, maroon numbers. Gold helmets with the anchor. Scott dressed in all black tonight. Gold numbers. Hawks in gold across the chest and the traditional Scott helmet. Here comes a receiver to the near side. That'll be Hunter Woodrum. Twin receivers to the far side. Ryan Neal comes in motion. What in the world was that? He threw a pass. He could have handed it to him, to Mason Brown, but he threw it down on the ground in front of him.
Yeah, just not. I don't know if he didn't have a very good grip on the ball or what, but I would really like to see Scott try. Yeah, he did. As that ball was being thrown, it kind of wiggled right out of his hand there. But I would really like to see Scott try to utilize the RPO game right here, because Sherman is biting so much on the run game that you could easily sneak a tight end or Cooper Grant up in that little flanker position. You could sneak him right out of the backfield in the seam and probably hit that for about a 10, 15-yard gain.
Scott, 2nd and 10. Twin receivers to the near side. This time hands it off to Mason Brown. Brown is caught in the backfield. He'll go backwards and lose a couple. Loss of a yard on the play. 3rd down and 11 now for Scott. And that will be the end of the first quarter of play. The score, the Sherman Tide 6, the Scott Skyhawks 0. We'll be back with more in the second half, or the second quarter, after this break on WZAC, WZAC925.com, and Video Productions.
Why choose Thornhill Auto Group?
It starts with selection.
10 quality brands.
All from a name you've trusted for years.
Plus, a great selection of pre-owned.
And don't forget, practically every vehicle we sell comes with Thornhill's Value Plus warranty.
It's coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy
at Thornhill Auto Group.
What we do here is more than just a job. We make a lasting impact every day. The architecture, engineering, and field services professionals at Thrasher are providing the know-how to make projects successful. Whether you're just starting out or looking to advance, you'll find career paths that align with your goals and a company that's committed to your growth. At Thrasher, it's more than just another day on the job. It's the foundation for a better tomorrow.
Motor Mile. See Thornhill for complete details.
Stand by for more exciting action from the Scott Skyhawks on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
1 quarter in the books. Sherman leads the Skyhawks by a score of 6-0, and that was on a fumble by the Skyhawks. Chase Southern picked it up and ran it 72 yards for the lone Sherman touchdown. Skyhawks have the ball. 3rd down and 11. The ball is spotted at the Scott 38-yard line. Twin receivers far side, single wide out to the near side. Peanut Brown got Ryan Neal coming in motion. Brown drops back, And he goes down. They get him from behind. And was there a flag?
I don't see a flag, but people are reacting.
I know, like there was a penalty. Looking all over the field trying to spot something. Apparently there was a flag thrown. Receiver talking to the umpire at midfield.
Currently the ball is spotted at the 34-yard line.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness against Sherman. And that will move the ball 15 yards and an automatic first down for the Skyhawks. So that will keep their drive alive here in the beginning of the second quarter. Game getting a little chippy already.
In case anybody's wondering, we have no idea what exactly happened.
Exactly. Scott has it on their own 49. Peanut Brown from the gun. Mason Brown goes in motion. Drops back. And it's caught by Caden Sharps. He's at the 40 inside, taken down at the 38-yard line. That will be enough for a Scott first down.
Yeah, quick pass game right there. Caden Sharps just kind of runs a little stop route. It looks like it's going to be a slant, and then this hits him in stride, and he's able to get upfield, get inside of Sherman territory, down inside the 40 to the 38-yard line, pickup of about 11 on the play.
Quick huddle. Skyhawks come out to the near side. They'll bring twin receivers to the near side. Peanut Brown from the gun drops back. Fires a pass again. It is caught once again. This time again by Caden Sharps inside the 30, down at about the 29-yard line. That will be good for, well, he didn't get down as far as I thought he did. They're going to spot it at the 30, just inside the 32-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play. Second down and 4.
Yeah, you're starting to see Scott have a lot of success with this quick passing game. Let's see if that continues or if they try to take a shot as they try to run Caden Sharps here off of a post.
Send twin receivers far side. Brown from the gun. Takes a snap, drops back, rolls right. Hail Mary's one down the field. It is intercepted at the 10-yard line. They'll bring it back to the 15, and he's taken down. And Sherman will come up with another turnover.
I'm not sure who Peanut was throwing the ball to right there. Caden was running a corner route.
Well, he was throwing it. He was throwing it to Caden Sharps, but he threw it about 4 yards short. He was double teamed down there, and one of the Sherman defenders came back for the interception.
Yeah, that ball you've got to wait until at least he makes his break to the outside, and that time he just didn't do it. He threw it before Caden even had a chance to know the ball was out, and then Caden couldn't find the ball, and plus he could not catch up to it.
Peanut was under a lot of pressure as well, and I guess he was just trying to unload it. Twin receivers to the near side for Sherman. Drops, throws a pass. It is complete to Southern in the backfield. They'll take him down at the 16-yard line. No gain on the play. Actually, a loss of a yard on the play.
Yeah, he was absolutely run down right there. Great effort play from Peanut Brown. He comes from that outside linebacker / defensive end position, and he makes that play and doesn't allow Southern to get upfield.
Sherman huddles up. 20 seconds on the play clock as it continues to roll. Quarterback just now coming back into the huddle at 12 seconds. They may have trouble getting this one off. 9 seconds. Now they come out of the huddle. Twin receivers to the near side. They barely get it off. He's looking. Hail Marys it down the field. It is going to be thrown out of bounds. It was intended for Southern, but the ball was overthrown. It will be incomplete. Third down and 11.
Yeah, I don't think that was on purpose. I think there was that what they do was they line 2 receivers out to this near side, and then they run what looks like go routes, and at the last second, Lester breaks off into a post, and that put Caden Sharps into a little bit of a bind where he had to make the decision to go with Lester on the post, and then that left one-on-one coverage out there on the outside with Southern on Tanner Simmons, the freshman, but ball just overthrown and out of bounds.
Sherman goes twin receivers to the far side. Quarterback from the gun drops back, looking to pass. He's under attack. Oh, and it was blocked. Peanut Brown blocked the pass. One-handed, reached up, come in, and just shoved it down the quarterback's throat. And it rolls back through the end zone. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, they're trying to set up a screenplay right here to I think it's number 5 or number 6, Colby Adkins. And Peanut Brown's just in the face of the quarterback and is able to get a hand up and deflect that pass.
It's 4th down, punter on for the Tide once again. Stands inside the 5, back around the 3-yard line. Back deep for Sharp, or it will be Caden Sharps back deep at the 45. High snap. Scott didn't really put on a big rush. Sharps takes it at the 45. He's across the 40, goes around the outside, turns back inside, still on his feet at the 40, goes down inside the 35-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. Actually, the 25-yard line. So Scott will get excellent field position on the Caden Sharps return. They're going to spot it at the 26-yard line of Sherman. Sharps got over there. He got around number 40, and number 2 took him out of bounds where the ball is spotted. That was Luke Swims. Scott now has the ball. Receiver out wide to the far side. Ball on the far side hash mark. Peanut Brown's going to go under center. Takes, turns, hands off to the third man through the line. Mason Brown, he hits head-on to head-on with number 40, Dawson Green. He'll go over and roll forward for a yard.
Yeah, that time they run up in a strong formation. They put 2 fullbacks in front of Mason Brown, who's lined up in the backfield. And they're trying to run a little stretch play off tackle right here, but Sherman does a really good job of diagnosing it, and they get low and are able to get to the feet or to the legs of Mason Brown, bring him down for a short gain.
Skyhawks have it 2nd and 9. They'll bring twin receivers near side, twin receivers far side. Peanut Brown goes back to the gun. Cooper Grant to his left, drops back, wants to pass, throws it over. It's complete to Ryan Neal. He'll go across inside the 20. They're going to spot it, looks like, at the 20. Gain of 5 on the play. Well, so it'll be 3rd down and 4, looks like. Third and 4.
Yeah, that time you just see Ryan Neal's lined up in the slot position over there on that far sideline, and he just runs a little out route. And Peanut Brown does a good job of delivering a football to him where he's able to catch it and get forward just enough to make this a very manageable 3rd down for Scott.
Skyhawks send 3 receivers out. Cooper Grant to the right of Brown. From the gun, takes a snap, drops back, looking to pass. And he is caught in the backfield. He'll go down. Back around the 26-yard line. So it brings up 4th down for Scott.
By number 69, Luke Elkins.
Let's see Tucker Breedlove.
And Scott's going for it. He come over and talked to Josh Sharps, the offensive coordinator. It'll be 4th and 10 for Scott. They'll bring twin receivers each way. Peanut Brown from the gun. Drops back, and a flag at the play. Timeout, Scott. 7:31 to go in the second quarter.
Timeout, Skyhawks.
The score, Sherman 6, Scott 0. We'll be back in 1 minute on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
With Erie Insurance here at Caldwell Insurance Agency, I want to provide you with the best customer service available. I want to provide you with coverages that nobody else can provide you with, along with affordable rates. I promise you, when you come in this office, we will take better care of you than anybody else. Provide you with the best auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and life insurance. I want our family to be able to take care of your family, and I promise you we will be able to do that here at Caldwell Insurance Agency.
Visit me, Justin Brown, your neighborhood State Farm agent.
WZAC-FM, Danville, Madison.
4th and 10 for Scott after the timeout. Peanut Brown from the gun. Twin receivers each side of the line for Scott. Brown takes a snap, drops back, looking. He Hail Marys one down the field, and it is deflected. It goes incomplete as the Scott receiver back there that was intended for Ryan Neal, and he was literally sandwiched in the end zone. Pass goes incomplete. Sherman takes over on downs.
I would have really liked to have seen them give Tucker Breedlove a chance right there. I mean, Sherman's not been able to move the football. I mean, what do you lose if you miss it? 4th and 10 is hard to pick up, especially with the night that Scott's had, with the season Scott's had on the offensive side of the football. You know, why not just try to get on the scoreboard right there?
I'm with you on that one. 1st and 10, Sherman at the Sherman 26-yard line. Tide comes out of the huddle. They'll bring 3 twin receivers to the near side. Quarterback goes from the gun. Single running back. Hands off to number 27. He'll get some room, and he's still on his feet up across the 30, 35, goes forward, picks up enough yardage for the touchdown. On the carry is Levi Sprouse for the Tide.
Yeah, they just pull their guard right here, which is number 55 for Sherman, and that is Aiden Rose. And he has no way to block because there's a lane open that he doesn't even pick up a block until he's in the Scott second level.
Tide will send twin receivers far side. Now they'll shift back in a little bit different position. Polly from the gun hands it off in the backfield, and he is caught back there by number 0 for the Skyhawks, Simmons, and then Cooper Grant comes in with the assist. No gain on the play. Actually, no gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, right now Tanner Simmons is trying to lock down his nomination for Scott Player of the Game here because he has made a difference early on in his first start of the season out here as a freshman.
I believe he actually started last week.
Just had to rain down on the parade, didn't you, John?
I'm sorry. Sherman will bring receiver to the near side, twin receivers far side. Hands it off to the lone man in the backfield. He's got a little bit of room. It is Sprouse. They tried to arm tackle and let him go. There he's gone. He's at the 40, 30, and Caden Sharp's caught up with him at the 20, but they should have had him in the backfield right here. Scott trying that arm tackle stuff again and failed.
Levi Sprouse on the carry.
A big gain on the play for Sherman.
Yeah, 43-yard gain for Sprouse. And he was touched about a yard deep in the backfield and then just kind of able to kind of shake himself free there. And when he gets into the second level, the only person that he had had the opportunity to run him down was Caden Sharps.
1st and 10 at the 19. Pauly will go from the gun. Sherman changes formation. Hands it off to Trey Lester. Lester comes around the outside. He gets around one Skyhawk, goes out of bounds. Black and gold defense going to have to step it up here just a little bit. They will spot the ball at the 15-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play.
Pushed out of bounds by Charlie Ball.
Sherman in the huddle. Plenty of time on the play clock. Here come the Tides. Twin receivers out to the near side. And a flanker. Now they'll change formation up a little bit. Pauly from the gun. Hands it off to Trey Lester. Lester goes left. And they left a big hole for him. He gets down near the 11-yard line. Gain of about 3 more. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. Or 3rd and 2, I'm sorry. Gain of 4 on the play. Game clock stopped at 5:20 to go here in the first half. Sherman leads it 6-0, and now the Tide in the red zone, knocking on the door once again. Here comes Sherman. Polly from the gun, hands off to Trey Lester. Lester goes up the middle. He is caught at the line of scrimmage. He might get a yard. I believe it's going to bring up 4th down. It will be 4th down and 1, I do believe, when they spot it.
Once again, no gain on the play, brings up 4th down.
Oh, a generous spot.
Let's make some noise, Skyhawks.
And from the markers across the field, it looks like 4 down and a long yard.
I believe Sherman's going to have to take a timeout right here. Yep.
Yeah, they are going to have to take one. 4:16 to go in the first half. Sherman calls a timeout. They lead at 6-0 here on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
It's the saucy summer of barbecue at Tudor's. Tender pulled pork, smothered in 3 delicious new sauces. Sweet teriyaki, savory and thick. Carolina Gold, tangy and bold. Honey sriracha, hot and spicy. Topped with our creamy coleslaw. Sweet teriyaki, Carolina Gold, honey sriracha. Tudor's Biscuit World's pulled pork barbecue is bursting with flavor. Awesome sauce.
You're listening to the Scott Skyhawks on Z92 and the Skyhawks Sports Network.
Back at Skyhawk Field, 4:20 to go in the first half. Sherman has the ball. 4th down and a yard. Down near the 10-yard line. Sherman goes with 2 backs this time once again. Polly takes the snap, hands it off to Lester. Lester lunges forward. He'll pick up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal now for the Tide down near the 6-yard line.
Yeah, this time that play right there was made by the guard, Aiden Ross. He's lined up on the left guard this time, pulled over towards the right, and picked up the one block that was able to spring Lester for the first down right there.
Sherman has it 1st and goal. They'll send twin receivers to the far side. They'll go with that 3-2 backfield. Once again, hands it off to Sprouse. He's into the end zone. Now, is he going to come up short? Looks like he's going to be about a yard short on the carry. He hands it off. He starts right, just cuts up the middle, and they bring him down just shy of the goal line. 3:22 remaining in the first half. Sherman 6, Scott 0. Here come the Tide once again. They'll send out a receiver wide, 2 receivers to the far side of the field. Lester, now they bring up the 2 backs once again.
This is going to be a run to the right.
And here kid Lester, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Levi Sprouse, rather.
Levi Sprouse on the carry. Touchdown
on a 1-yard carry. .258 on the second quarter clock, and Sherman jumps out to a 12-0 lead. Sherman will go for 2. Sherman ranked number 6 in Class Single A. And now they call a timeout. 2:58 remains in the first half. Sherman 12, Scott 0 will step aside for a quick timeout here on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
Let the beauty of the season in without the chill. At Window Road of Beckley, we bring comfort, style, and savings to your home. Our windows and doors are built to handle West Virginia's wild and wonderful weather, keeping the warmth in and the energy bills low. With energy-efficient windows, expert installations, and affordable financing options, it's time to upgrade. It's never been easier to fall in love with your home again. Call 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD today.
At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Danville.
And now back to more Scott Skyhawk Sports on Z92.
Sherman just ran a touchdown, and they call a timeout on the two-point conversion. Pauly drops back, wants to pass. He rolls left. He keeps it. He will run into the end zone on a quarterback keeper for the two-point conversion. So Elijah Pauly, quarterback, 2 points, and Sherman jumps out to a 14-0 lead over the Skyhawks.
Yeah, that time he could have run it or threw it right there because he had a receiver running a little corner/out route that was lost in coverage by Scott. And if he wanted to, he could have just tossed that in the air. It would be an easy two-point conversion completion, but he chooses to tuck it and run it in and goes in untouched.
Scott going to have to make some adjustments at the half and see what they can do with Sherman here in the second half. Scott coming in at 2-6 and Sherman 6-2. 12 seniors on this Scott team were honored before tonight's ball game. Ryan Neal, Addix Pennington, Caden Sharps, Hunter Woodrum, Peanut Brown, Felipe Curry, Tucker Breelove, Mason Brown, Thomas Crifts, Jaden Brown, Jaden Smith, and Ethan Bowe. And here comes the kick from Sherman. It's a low end-over-end kick. It bounces, picked up at the 20 by Hunter Woodrum across 25, 30. And they spin him and they take him out of bounds up at around the 32-yard line. And that's where the Skyhawks have 2 minutes and 51 seconds to do something with it. It'll be on the far side hash mark at the 33. Scott huddles up. Plenty of time on the play clock. Here come the black and gold. Twin receivers coming to the near side. Peanut Brown from the gun. Ryan Neal comes in motion to the near side. Brown wants to throw, and it is low and short, intended for Caden Sharps.
Yeah, they're trying to run a little flood concept right here. They've got two receivers to the near side, bring Ryan Neal in motion. He's just going to run a little bench route right out from as he's coming in motion, and then they try to sneak Caden Sharps right behind Hunter Woodrum, who's running a post, to kind of open that up. Caden was running a slant and just threw it behind, low and behind Caden.
Twin receivers each side of the line. Peanut Brown from the gun. Neal comes in motion. Throws the ball. This time complete to Sharps at the 40. Turns upfield at the 45. He has the first down at the midfield, and he will go down at the Sherman 48-yard line on the catch and run.
Exact same play. This time Peanut's just able to find him, and whenever he does, Caden Sharps does a really good job of getting upfield. He reverses field over to that far sideline and is able to pick up a lot of running room, get into Sherman territory up to the 48-yard line.
Game clock rolling at 2:25 here in the second quarter. 1st and 10 for Scott. Brown from the gun calls the numbers. Neal comes in motion once again. And a quarterback keeper to the near side. Trying to get around to the outside. He does to the 45. Goes down at the 42. And a nice little run on the quarterback keeper by Peanut Brown.
Yeah, he's going to get down to the 42, pick up 6 yards on the play. But it's a quarterback power from the get-go. Bring Ryan Neal in motion again, much like they've had most of this game from that far slot position. And then upon accepting the snap, Peanut Brown just tucks right behind him and takes around to this near side.
Woodrum and Neal line up to the receiver's far side. Got 2 receivers to the near side. Brown from the gun. Near side hash mark. Mason Brown goes in motion. Oh, and it's thrown through the hands of Caden Sharps. Down at the 40, had a little bit of room. He just could not hang on to it. Pass goes incomplete. 3rd down, Scott.
Yeah, man, because of it, it was almost intercepted yet
yes,
again.
It was.
By, I believe that's Southern.
Just a
minute,
I'll tell you. No, Pauly.
Elijah Pauly, the quarterback. As it goes through the hands of Caden Sharps, it lands right in the lap of Pauly, and he was surprised by it, unable to pick it off. So it does bring up 3rd and 4 here for Scott.
Once again, they'll send twin receivers each way. Brown from the gun. Sharps goes in motion. Drops back, rolls right. Throws one downfield. He's got a man open. It is caught by Caden Sharps. He's inside the 10, down at near the 5-yard line. And that was a big play for the Skyhawks.
Yeah, this time they run a wheel route. I can't talk right now, but they run a wheel route. And what this is, they bring Caden Sharps in motion, and he just gets lost running this wheel route, and it's thrown behind him, but he's able to work back to the football.
He will go down and go out of bounds right at the 5, and we have a timeout on the field. And we'll take a quick timeout as well. 1:33 to go in the first half. Sherman 14, Scott 0 here on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
Before you hit the hiking trails with your crew, make a quick stop at your local Little General convenience store. We've got the snacks, drinks, and gas to keep you going. Because every great hike starts with a little planning and a lot of snacks. We're proud to be part of your journey, rooted in West Virginia and built for the road ahead. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Go Linville.
Skyhawks take a timeout with the ball. They had the ball 1st and 10, or 1st and 5. 1st and goal at the 5. I'll get it out here in a minute. 1:33 on the clock. Skyhawks knocking on the door of the end zone. They'll have a receiver out wide to the near side. Peanut Brown goes from the gun. Neal comes in motion. Quarterback keeper comes to the near side. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Scott. A 5-yard run by Peanut Brown on a quarterback keeper.
And if there was ever a need for a Scott touchdown this season, it was right there because Sherman gets the ball coming out of halftime. So right now, if Scott can come up with the stop here just before going into the break, Scott's got a little momentum as they go into the locker room to try to figure things out for this second half.
And Tucker Breelove will come on and attempt the extra point. Ryan Neal, the holder. Skyhawks are set. Ball is snapped. Ball down. Kick is away, and it is good. 1:29 to go in the first half. The Skyhawks 7, the Sherman Tide 14. We'll step aside for a 30-second break here on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
Why choose Thornhill Auto Group?
It starts with selection.
10 quality brands.
All from a name you've trusted for years.
Plus, a great selection of pre-owned.
And don't forget, practically every vehicle we sell comes with Thornhill's Value Plus warranty.
It's coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy
at Thornhill Auto Group.
Turn it up loud.
WZAC. Danville, Madison, West Virginia.
Back at Skyhawk Field, 1:29 to go in the first half. Sherman leads the Skyhawks by a score of 14-7. Coming up at the half, and we'll talk to Scott head coach Jeremy Brown, and we'll be featuring Dolan. That's the first time I've done it this year, I think. Jeremy Dolan, and we'll be featuring the Scott senior players on the Skyhawk football team. And next week we'll talk to Coach Brown about his 5-year career. I did it again.
I'm
Dolan.
telling you right now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I would onside kick this.
We'll see what happens. Tucker Breelove has it all teed up. And it's on the ground, rolls inside, picked up at the 30, or actually at the 20, right up the middle, and he is going to take it all the way. He is gone for the touchdown. Number 9, Trey Lester. Good grief. You do something good, and you kick yourself in the rear.
For a touchdown for the Tide.
On an 80-yard kickoff return. And Sherman will go for 2.
That's why I would onside kick this.
Yeah.
What do you have to lose in this situation?
Yeah, really.
I mean, you wouldn't predicted that was going to happen right there, but
Sherman comes out of the huddle. Polly takes it, drops back, little pass back to Sprouse, and he is taken down back there by Scott's number 77. That is Eli Gillespie. 1:16 to go in the half.
No good. Tackle made by
Sherman 20, Scott 7.
Tide 20.
Gee whiz. But anyway, Coach Jeremy Dolan coming up at the half, talking about the Scott players. And next week we'll be talking to Coach Brown about his 5-year career here at
Coach Dolan.
Golly, Ned's. Where is that coming from? Just wipe that B-R-O-N-E out of my vocabulary. Coach Dolan will be talking about his 5-year career, as next week will be his last game. What are you looking at? Did I do it again?
I don't think you spelled Brown right.
Yeah, I did. B-R-O-W-N. Yes, I did spell it right. Anyway, y'all can make fun of me. I got big shoulders. I don't care.
Oh, that's what you're here for, Joe. It's okay. We still love you.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Sherman has it teed up, ready to go. Here comes the kick. It's a low end-over-end kick. It will take a bounce. Picked up by the Skyhawks at the 19. Coming to the near side is Hunter Woodrum. He will go down at the 29-yard line. Skyhawks have 1 minute, 12 seconds in order to try to take it downfield and put another score on the scoreboard. They will spot it at the 29. Coach Brown, Coach Dolan, I did it again. Gee whiz. Where did that come from? See, y'all got me gun shy now. Anyway, Scott has twin receivers going both ways. Peanut Brown from the gun. Takes a snap, drops back, looking downfield. Throws the pass complete to Mason Brown at about the 38. He goes forward to the 40, picks up the first down, moves the sticks. And the Skyhawks have a first down. Skyhawk goes no huddle. Twin receivers both ways. And a flag on the play.
It's going to be motion.
It's going to be offsides against Sherman.
I'm not going to lie, I thought Scott jumped.
Oh, thank you, Ken Boyard. He said he heard B-R-O-N-E.
Oh, well, good.
I'm just trying to get that word out of my vocabulary, but you got a running back that's a Brown, you got a quarterback that's a Brown, and the coach is not a Brown. How's that? Here we go. Skyhawks quickly come out of the huddle. They'll send twin receivers both sides of the line. Brown, Peanut, takes the ball, drops back. Looking, he's under a ton of pressure. He gets away from one Tidester. He rolls right. He's going to keep it and goes forward. He's across the first down to the 40. Finally goes out of bounds across the way. And they're going to spot it inside the 40 at the 39-yard line. 45 seconds still on the clock. Oh, illegal block on Scott. So they'll mark the penalty off from the 40, bring the ball all the way back to the 36-yard line. But it will be first down for Scott. It'll be 1st and 4. Twin receivers each way. Peanut Brown from the gun. Drops back, wants to pass. Rolls left. Gets away from one, throws the pass. It is incomplete. It was intended for
Sharps.
Caden Sharps, incomplete. 2nd down and 4. That will stop. Does that not stop the clock? Incomplete pass?
Yeah, there's a delay in it.
Oh, okay. Well, at least it goes back and resets. Stops at 37 seconds. And the play clock never did reset. Peanut Brown goes to the huddle. Now they reset it at 40 seconds. Skyhawks come to the line. Same formation, 4 receivers. Cooper Grant to the left of Peanut Brown. Brown takes it, drops back, wants to pass. And it is caught by Sharps. And Sharps is wrapped up as soon as he catches it, but they'll mark him down at the 46-yard line.
First down, Skyhawks.
Stops the clock.
Scott took a timeout.
And I'm looking. Apparently there may be a flag on the play. Sherman's clapping. They're talking to a Sherman captain out there.
40 on the offense, number 21. 10 yards from the final foul. 2nd down.
Wow. Big penalty for Scott. That takes the ball all the way back to the 35-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 15. Skyhawks out of the huddle. Set and ready. Empty backfield. Peanut Brown, he's in hot pursuit. They get it. Throws it. It's complete to Mason Brown at the 50. He steps quickly out of bounds, but he'll pick up the first down in the process. So a pass play to Mason Brown complete. 1st and 10 at the Sherman 49-yard line. So I guess that was a gain of 16 yards on the play. 14 seconds on the game clock. Skyhawks out of the huddle. Same formation once again. Grant Cooper, the lone. Sherman will take a timeout now. And we will keep it here. And that was Sherman's final timeout. But Scott is going to have to make some adjustments at the half on the way they're running, the way they're tackling. That one touchdown, long touchdown that Sherman ran, they stuck the arm out and just brushed him basically, and he was gone on that long touchdown. That was Trey Lester on the 80-yard touchdown. That was on the kickoff return, but
it was Sprouse.
Or
no, it was Lester.
Yeah, that carried the big
had
long.
43-yard rush.
Sherman now comes out of the huddle, coming back to the field.
The thing that Scott has to do, and we had talked about, they haven't been, but the one place where they've been consistent all year has been up front on offense and defense, and that is what has kind of let him down the most here thus far. Peanut Brown's gotten a ton of pressure on him from the offensive side, and they've not been able to do a good job of getting too big of a push up front on defense.
4 receivers out for Scott. Peanut Brown from the gun. Neal comes in motion. Brown drops back, throws a pass down the field. It is thrown a little short, intended for Caden Sharps. Sharps was cutting across the field at the 25, but the ball was just a little low.
If he is able to hit him in stride and lead him up the field towards that far sideline, then it's a foot race to see if Caden can get into the corner of the end zone right there. But again, Peanut just kind of leaves it just out of the reach and low, short of Caden Sharps.
2nd down, 10 for Scott. Ball at the Sherman 49-yard line. 9 seconds remains on the clock. Skyhawks out, same formation, 4 receivers. Peanut Brown from the gun. Mason Brown goes in motion. Peanut Brown drops back. And he is caught from behind. He will go down. Loss of 2 yards on the play. And we got a Scott player down back. Not sure. It's 77. Moose Miller down in the backfield.
Timeout, Scott. Final charge timeout of the first half.
So we have a timeout on the field and also a timeout for an injured player.
But yeah, Joe, that's just the perfect example of what I was saying right before that play is Scott's just done a terrible job, and there's no easy way to say it. It's just been a terrible job up front on both sides of the ball right now. It's just they're not able to keep Peanut clean in the pocket. He is constantly on the move. Sometimes it's been for the good. So you got to think about right here, if you're Scott, maybe rolling the pocket for him to give him a little bit extra time. Or, as we're seeing the replay right here.
License plate 714-669A. We need you to move.
But, yeah, you got to figure out a way to keep Peanut Brown clean right now from that quarterback position. And then up front on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to be able to find a way to get pushes up front in order to either, A, get off your blocks, or B, open up the gaps for the linebackers to come in through, because right now it's one cut and up the field for the Sherman running backs.
Moose Miller gets up under his own power. I think he got winded there.
It's his shoulder. It's his left shoulder.
Oh, okay.
It's 77, yeah.
Yep. Oh, Eli Gillespie. I'm sorry. He walks off the field under his own power. After the timeout, we have 3 seconds on the clock. Scott has time for one play and one play only, and it will be the final play of the first half.
You're about to find out just how far Peanut Brown can Hail Mary it down the field.
4 receivers. $27 down here, wide open. Peanut Brown rolls right, throws it to Mason Brown. He gets out of bounds after the first down, but the clock expires, and that'll be the end of the first half. The score, Sherman 20, Scott 7. We'll take a 2-minute break, and we'll come back with the head coach of the Scott Skyhawks, Jeremy Dolan, after this break. You're listening to Scott Sky Football on WZAC, WZAC925.com, and Video Productions.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Boone Memorial Health makes me feel valued as an employee because I have a voice. If I see an issue, they listen to that issue. They take that problem serious and move forward on a solution.
The people here made me feel like I was part of the team, a part of the family, because that's what it is here. It's a family. And I think that's one thing that our leadership team tries to be inclusive. They make people feel like they're valued and they're appreciated. After 2 years with the company now, I can honestly say I still feel like it was the best decision I made. So while I chose Boone, I'm happy that Boone chose me too.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
I'm Chris Miller, and I'm proud to sponsor productions like this one that showcase the best of this great state. School pride runs deep here. Friday night lights, crowded gyms, packed auditoriums. It's what makes this such a great place to live and work. So be true to your school. And at Dutch Miller Auto, we're there with you. Because when we build on our young people, everybody wins. I'm proud to lead the way as we bring out the best in West Virginia. I'm Chris Miller, and enjoy the game.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or gomart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get a no call and quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all of this. I don't think they really wanna come against the winner, got a finger run up in on a grenade. I ain't never been there when you think you compare. I'm a line, but the winner about the cage, honey.
But he'll hit you, and just he's a great kid, and like I said, he has a great work ethic and sets a good example for the other guys.
Jaden Brown.
Jaden Brown's a big teddy bear. He second year playing with us and stuff. Good sized young man, and he was playing offensive tackle, and unfortunately he sustained a knee injury. But he's another kid, like he's just extremely likable, very friendly. He's one of those that he'll message me and ask me questions and stuff. So he's always wanting to know about the game and wanting to know what he can do to get better and stuff. But again, a very good kid.
This next young man, Thomas Crisp, he's really stepped up and done a good job for you on that offensive line at center.
Yeah, I mean, he had some, big shoes to fill. In my time here, I've had some good centers between Cody Nance and Chase Dowles and Zach McNeely last year. So Thomas had to step in and fill, some big shoes. But, and unfortunately he lost a couple games there because of a head injury. But, Thomas was a kid that was from Danville. A lot of people don't realize this, but he left after 2014 and moved to Tennessee. So he just came back last year, right before the start of the season. His family moved back here to the Madison area. So, but he's a good kid, and like I said, he's done a great job at center. And like I said, that's probably one of the hardest jobs on the football field, and he does a good job.
Actually, I'm going to skip this guy, and we'll come back to him here in a few minutes. But let's talk a little bit about Tucker Breelove. This kid's come a long way and does a fantastic job kicking for you.
Yeah, Tucker's stature-wise, you look at him, and you're like, man, he looks small. But pound for pound, he's one of the strongest kids in the weight room. Like, he works his tail off in the weight room, and his reps on his bench and stuff like that was right up there with some of the big guys, to be honest with you. But I tell you, like, you look at him and you wouldn't think he could boom a football the way he does. But, I mean, he's done a great job kicking and gotten better every year. It's nothing for him to stand out there on the field and kick 45, 50-yard field goals, So, game situations, I haven't had to have him do that. But, he's kicked a few field goals. And, like I said, he's pretty dependable when it comes to extra points. He missed one last week that wasn't his fault. Somehow our kicking block got misplaced during halftime. But other than that, he'd probably be perfect on the season if it weren't for that.
Felipe Curry.
Felipe, he is a kid that shows up every day for practice. He don't play a lot of varsity minutes. He plays some special teams for us, kickoff and stuff. But I've told him how proud I am of him, but even sometimes I don't know if he really realizes what he really does for the team. The last 2 years, he's came in and he's part of what we call our practice squad. And, so he's out there and he's replicating what the opposing team does, whether it's on offense or defense. But he gives it his all and he works very hard. And like I said, it's kids like that you want to have on your team because they understand what their role is and they accept what their role is. And they do it to their best ability. And Felipe is one of those. He works very hard.
All right, Coach, let's take a break, and we'll come back and talk about the rest of the seniors on the ball club after this. We're talking to head coach Jeremy Dolan. We'll be back with more of our Miller Brothers halftime report here on WZAC and the Skyhawks Sports Network.
Today's card.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group. At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
Calendar notifications, emails, texts. These are all distractions. They take your attention away from the road, away from stoplights, sudden braking, and unexpected hazards. Distracted driving is dangerous to you and others. And if you're caught with a phone in your hand, it will cost you a minimum of $100, or even worse, it could cost a life. Keep yourself and others safe on the road. Put the phone away, or pay. This message is brought to you by the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program.
Geno's is spicing things up with 2 new specialty pizzas featuring our new hot honey sauce.
Our hot honey pizza is topped with red pepper flakes, sliced Italian sausage, jalapenos, and onions.
The sweet heat pizza features slices of Italian sausage, green peppers, and onions.
Both are drizzled with our signature hot honey sauce.
Hot honey, it brings the heat.
Sweet heat, the perfect balance of spice and sweet.
2 bold new flavors, available for a limited time at Geno's Pizza and Spaghetti House.
Everything begins with water. From our cool mountain springs to the winding streams working their way through the hills and into our rivers. Just like water, progress starts small, with a vision, a plan, and an impactful project. Because when we invest in the foundation, we build stronger communities. The Thrasher Group. Building stronger communities together with you.
Notifications, emails, texts. These are all distractions. They take your attention away from the road, away from stoplights, sudden braking, and unexpected hazards. Distracted driving is dangerous to you and others. And if you're caught with a phone in your hand, it will cost you a minimum of $100, or even worse, it could cost a life. Keep yourself and others safe on the road. Put the phone away or pay. This message is brought to you by the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program.
Boom Memorial Health makes me feel valued as an employee because I have a voice. If I see an issue, they listen to that issue. They take that problem serious and move forward on a solution.
The people here made me feel like I was part of the team, a part of the family, because that's what it is here. It's a family. And I think that's one thing that our leadership team tries to be inclusive. They make people feel like they're valued and they're appreciated. After 2 years with the company now, I can honestly say I still feel like it was the best decision I made. So while I chose Boone, I'm happy that Boone chose me too.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. ServPro, like it never even happened.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Struggling with high school? The Mountaineer Challenge Academy in Kingwood and Montgomery provides the structure to help you succeed. You can earn your high school diploma in 22 weeks. Call us today or visit wvchallenge.org.
What we do here is more than just a job. We make a lasting impact every day. The architecture, engineering, and field services professionals at Thrasher are providing the know-how to make projects successful. Whether you're just starting out or looking to advance, you'll find career paths that align with your goals and a company that's committed to your growth. At Thrasher, it's more than just another day on the job. It's the foundation for a better tomorrow.
League on up, though. I mean, you've been with some of these kids a long time.
Yeah, and like Ethan and Mason, I know I've had every year except for their 8th grade year. Caden and Ryan, I've had sporadically throughout, and like I said, Hunter played his freshman year and stuff. So, but a lot of them, like you said, whether they played football for me at Danville Panthers or Danville Hawks, they played other sports with some of my other kids and or my personal kids, not my other kids, but my personal kids. And sometimes I feel like they're my other kids. But my personal kids, so they, that's one thing about growing up in a small community. You get to know them, and some of them I coached in other sports because, I did coach some grade school basketball at Brookview and coached middle school basketball one year. And so I've got to know most of these kids throughout the years, as they were boys and getting to watch them grow into young men and stuff. It's been a special, last 10, 12 years that I've been here and been in this community. And like I said, and most of their parents I know too on a personal level, and so that's always a good thing too, because I know most of them's got good influences at home, and so hopefully myself and my staff have been able to help contribute to a little bit of their success in life moving forward. But they all come pretty much from strong homes too, which is important.
Coach, thank you very much. Coach Jeremy Dolan, the head coach of the Scott Skyhawks. We'll take a break and we'll be back with more of our Miller Brothers halftime report after this. You're listening to Black and Gold Football on WZAC, the Skyhawks Sports Network and Video Productions.
Miller Brothers Farm. Notifications, emails, texts. These are all distractions. They take your attention away from the road, away from stoplights, sudden braking, and unexpected hazards. Distracted driving is dangerous to you and others. And if you're caught with a phone in your hand, it will cost you a minimum of $100, or even worse, it could cost a life. Keep yourself and others safe on the road. Put the phone away or pay. This message is brought to you by the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program.
Boomel Moore Health makes me feel valued as an employee because I have a voice. If I see an issue, they listen to that issue. They take that problem serious and move forward on a solution.
The people here made me feel like I was part of the team, a part of the family, because that's what it is here. It's a family. And I think that's one thing that our leadership team tries to be inclusive. They make people feel like they're valued and they're appreciated. After 2 years with the company now, I can honestly say I still feel like it was the best decision I made. So while I chose Boone, I'm happy that Boone chose me too.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Struggling with high school? The Mountaineer Challenge Academy in Kingwood and Montgomery provides the structure to help you succeed. You can earn your high school diploma in 22 weeks. Call us today or visit wvchallenge.org.
What we do here is more than just a job. We make a lasting impact every day. The architecture, engineering, and field services professionals at Thrasher are providing the know-how to make projects successful. Whether you're just starting out or looking to advance, you'll find career paths that align with your goals and a company that's committed to your growth. At Thrasher, it's more than just another day on the job. It's the foundation for a better tomorrow.
3 turnovers. Peanut Brown, 10 of 20 for 136 yards, 2 interceptions. Mason Brown, 4 carries for 30 yards, 3 catches for 41 yards. Cooper Grant, 4 carries for 9 yards. Caden Sharps, 6 catches for 90 yards. And then Ryan Neal, 1 catch for 5.
And in the scoring department, Chase Southern on Scott's opening drive picked up a fumble recovery, carried it 72 yards for a touchdown. The PAT failed. Sherman led 6-0. Then Levi Sprouse carried it in on a 1-yard carry with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. They scored Elijah Polly, quarterback keeper, 14-0 Sherman. Then Peanut Brown connected, or actually ran it in on a 5-yard run for Scott, 1:29 to go in the first half. Kyle Breelove come on, kicked the extra point. Sherman led 14-7. And then Trey Lester, an 80-yard kickoff return, and the PAT failed. Sherman leads it 20-7 at the half. Scott has it teed up, ready to get this second half underway. Kyle Breelove puts him on the ground. They're going for the onside kick, and the ball is recovered by...
Are they going to say illegal?
I don't know.
Touching?
It's Scott's Kyle ball.
I think it was Caden Sharps. Got it.
Caden Sharps comes up with the onside kick. Nice call by Scott. They ran that, when was that? Last week? 2 weeks ago? And it paid off for him and paid off again tonight. Ball is spotted at the Sherman 47-yard line. Skyhawks have it 1st and 10. Skyhawks come to the line. 3 receivers near side. Peanut Brown goes from the gun. Peanut takes a snap, keeps it, goes right. He's across 45, gets down to close to the 40-yard line. Nice little run there by the quarterback on a keeper. They're going to spot it at the 40. Gain of 7 on the play. Second down and 3.
Yeah, we see Scott open up with a quarterback power. That's one way to try to negate that pass rush that we've seen Sherman have a lot of success with, is running the quarterback power.
3 receivers to the near side, single wide out to the far side. Brown from the gun. Takes a snap, keeps it once again. He goes up the middle this time. Hangs on to it, gets down to near the 36-yard line. Let's see where they spot it.
So that's exactly what they're going to give him. It's just
30,
shy right at the 36.
36, and he'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. Gain of 4 on the play. Move the sticks. First down, Scott. Skyhawks will bring 3 receivers back to the near side. Hunter Woodrum, the lone receiver on the far side. Brown from the gun. Takes a snap, drops back, fires the pass complete to Ryan Neal at the 35, still on his feet, wrapped up. He spins forward. He gets down to near the 31-yard line on the pass completion from Peanut Brown to Ryan Neal. They're going to actually spot it at the 31-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play.
Yeah, that's something that we've been calling for all season, is getting the ball into the hands of Ryan Neal more, especially on the boundary out here, letting him make plays, because he is the one person on this Scott offense that has enough shiftiness to where he can make a couple guys miss.
Now Scott will send 3 receivers to the far side. Brown from the gun. Takes it. He keeps it. He goes up the middle. He runs into a player, and he almost broke loose. He falls forward. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. But that was a lot of effort on Peanut Brown's part.
Yeah, just not a very good job of blocking up front right there. You see the middle linebacker. He just wrecks that play. He's able to get through the offensive line fairly easily and is able to force Peanut to make a decision to cut back to his left. Well, whenever he done that, one of the defensive tackles was right there to get his arms around him, and luckily Peanut was able to kind of get away just enough to get back to the line of scrimmage to make this a 3rd and 5 instead of a 3rd and 7 or 8.
12 seconds on the play clock. Skyhawks break. Skyhawks set at 4 seconds. Caden Sharps goes in motion, and Peanut Brown and a flag at the snap.
I think they're going to get Sherman for an offsides.
Dead ball. Encroachment. On the offense, number 3.
No, offsides on Scott by Ron.
They called the wrong thing right there. That is actually an illegal motion because he was going upfield as he was in motion. I don't know why they called it encroachment, but yes, that's an illegal motion.
3rd down and 9.5. Might as well say 10. 3 receivers go far wide. Single wide out to the near side. Peanut Brown from the gun. Peanut Brown throws the pass complete to Caden Sharps at the 25-yard line. He'll go down. Should have enough yardage for the first down and move the sticks. First down, Scott.
Yeah, good job there by Caden Sharps and Peanut Brown finding their soft coverage on that outside. Sherman's not really been very good in coverage, tight coverage, I should say, all night. They're giving plenty of cushion to the Scott receivers, and that time Caden's able to run just a little stop route at about 8 yards and then is able to pick up the first down.
Same formation for Scott. Brown from the gun, calls the numbers. Takes a snap, drops back. Complete, and to Caden Sharps across the middle, down around the 20. They'll move the ball forward once again. It'll be a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4 for the Skyhawks.
Yeah, again, soft coverage out here on this outside by Eli Pauley, the corner for Sherman. You're seeing him bail even before the snap comes. So if you're Scott right now, you really need to eat alive these short, quick passes to the outside and utilize the leverage that the Sherman secondary is giving you right now on both sides.
Play clock down. Now it's reset.
Oh, there's an injured Tide.
Oh, okay.
Over there. He's coming off the field now. I can't see what
that
his number is.
Number 69. That is Luke Elkins, but he's walking off under his own power. Skyhawks break the huddle.
He's their lone senior on the offensive line, too. Yeah.
Skyhawks go with that same formation. 3 wideouts to the far side, single receiver to the near side. Brown from the gun. And a flag. Motion on Scott.
Dead ball. The false start on the offense, number 77. 5 yards.
So that'll be on Moose or Eli Gillespie. Move the ball back 5 yards. 2nd down and 9 now for the Skyhawks. Skyhawks sticks with that same formation. Brown goes from the gun. Peanut drops back. Fires one down, complete to Caden Sharps. He'll go out of bounds at the 15. And that will be another Scott Skyhawk first down.
Again, as we've talked about, and I know I kind of sound like a broken record right now, but just taking advantage of what Sherman's giving you right now. It's soft coverage, and you're getting one-on-one over here with your best receiver as they are isolating him on this left side, as they're putting trips on the right side, and it's single coverage down, single receiver and Caden Sharps down here, and they're just doing a perfect job of leveraging that right now if you're Scott.
This time they'll go twin receivers each way. Brown drops back. He'll keep it. He'll go up the middle. He comes to the near side. He's going to be into the end zone. Touchdown, Peanut Brown on a 14-yard run into the end zone. Touchdown, Scott.
And again, a better job. I know it's quick throws. It's nothing down the field for the most part, but they're doing a fantastic job right now here early in this first possession of protecting Peanut Brown. You're not seeing the pass rush getting home as quick as what you did in the first half. So Scott already doing one of the keys to the second half here, getting back into this ball game, finding a way to have a clean pocket for Peanut Brown.
Tucker Breelove on to attempt the extra point by kicking. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is away. It is good. That was a tough hold there for
Great job by Ryan Hill getting that ball down there. That was not easy.
So now the Skyhawks trail by 6. Sherman leads at 20-14. We will keep it here. Yeah, that was a high snap. Ryan, pulled it out of the air, got it down on the block, and made it stick, and Tucker got it through the uprights.
So now here, Joe, you're Scott, and you've stole possession here in the second half to start off with the onside kick. So now if you're the Scott defense, this is the most important possession of the ball game right up to this point, because a 3-and-out here right now would give you all the momentum you need to come down here and get right back into this ball game. I know it's a 6-point ball game right now, and you could say, well, you're in the ball game right now, Chris. But the thing is you've got to be able to stop the Sherman offense from being able to run the football, because since about the start of the second quarter or just before it, Sherman's been able to run the ball at will on you. And as we've said, it's been one cut and up the field. It's not been a lot of trying to find holes or anything like that. It's been one cut and up the field. So if you're Scott, you've got to do a good job of being disciplined in your run gaps, staying home, and not trying to arm tackle.
So now Tucker Breelove has it all teed up and ready to kick it away for the Skyhawks. Kicking from our right to left.
Perfect time to pooch it right here over here to this left side.
Actually, it goes. It takes a bounce, and it's bobbled, and he picks it up at the 17. Goes right, goes left. He's got loose from a couple Skyhawks. They finally catch up with him, and they'll put him in the ground at the 27-yard line. Actually, they're going to spot it about the 28.
It's going to be about an 8-yard return after it's all said and done. As you said, Joe, they're going to give him the 29. So a 9-yard return, but a good job there of Scott initially, because you're always scared whenever that ball's on the ground, and it takes a minute because it allows the kick team, your kick coverage, to get down there and maybe potentially over pursue a little bit, and then it's one cut, and then all of a sudden you've got a lot of grass to run on.
Sherman has it 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line. They'll go twin receivers near side. Quarterback takes it, hands it off to number 27. They catch him at the line. That is Levi Sprouse. Maybe a half a yard. Quick score update. Williamstown leads Wayne 32-12. That game in the fourth quarter.
And if you're watching at home on Video Productions, you really want to look and see where number 55 on the Sherman offense lines up, because more often than not, he's going to be the pulling guard. Whether he lines up on the left or the right, that's going to tell you where the play is going.
And they fumbled it in the backfield. The ball is loose. And we're waiting on the officials to uncover the pile down there. There's Sherman Tide and Scott Skyhawks both on there.
From the look of video productions, I believe Sherman jumped back on it.
And it looks like number 27, Levi Sprouse, he fumbled the ball. He come up with the recovery, but it is a loss of yardage on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 15.
3rd down and long for the Tide.
Final score, Chapmanville knocks off Mingo Central 46-0. Sherman ready to go. Snap back. He wants to pass. He's under some pressure. He goes right. He fumbles it. Scott recovers. Coming up with the ball is Cooper Grant.
Recovered by number 21, Cooper Grant. First down, Skyhawks.
And the Skyhawks come up with a big turnover. Like you said, the defense, that was a very important series for the defense. He comes back. Cooper Grant just falls right on it.
Couldn't tell if that was number 74, Moose Miller, or if that was number 73, or Mason Brown that got to the ball to knock it out. But it was Cooper Grant's the one that fell on it.
Skyhawks had the ball 1st and 10 at the Sherman 18-yard line. Twin receivers both ways. Peanut Brown from the gun. Calls the numbers. Takes the snap. Peanut keeps it. Comes to the left side. Turns upfield. He's on down to the 15-yard line. He goes out of bounds. And a lot of chippiness going on down there. It was number 66 for Scott, Ethan Bowe.
Peanut Brown on the carry. Tackle made by number 27.
But only a gain of 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7.
Gain of 2. I thought they were going to give him the 15 as well, but looks like they moved it to the 16.
Yeah, moved it to the 16.
But if you're Scott, you couldn't ask for a better start to the second half. And if you're Sherman, this is just a nightmare scenario right here as you start the second half.
Twin receivers go each way for Scott. Single running back in Cooper Grant. Peanut Brown turns, throws, complete, on the run to Ron Neal, into the end zone. Touchdown, Scott, Skyhawks.
It wasn't the full-fledged RPO, but that's exactly what they mirrored right there. They fake like they're going to run it with Peanut Brown. The linebackers come up. They try to jump the run by Peanut, and that allows enough room for Ryan Neal to sneak right behind the linebacker core, and Peanut Brown delivers the best football that he's delivered all night, hits Ryan Neal in stride, and we've talked about it all year, Joe. That's the guy that they really need to get going, because he's the guy that can make plays like that.
We're tied at 20. The ball, and the ball is snapped, and it is going to be the PAT fails, and we are tied at 5:21 to go in the third quarter. The Skyhawks 20, the Sherman Tide 20, and we've got one heck of a ball game here at Skyhawk Field. We'll take a 30-second break here on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
Before you hit the hiking trails with your crew, make a quick stop at your local Little General convenience store. We've got the snacks, drinks, and gas to keep you going. Because every great hike starts with a little planning and a lot of snacks. We're proud to be part of your journey, rooted in West Virginia and built for the road ahead. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Let's get back to the action. Here is the voice of the Scott Skyhawks, Joe Linville.
With 5:21 to go in the third quarter, we have a tied ball game between the Scott Skyhawks and the Sherman Tide. Scott has scored 2 touchdowns here in the second half to get right back in it. Tucker Breelove has it teed up, kicking off from our right to left. Breelove checks with both sides of the line. He is set and ready. Here comes Breelove. High end over end kick. It's away from the return man. It rolls inside the 10. He picks it up at the 9. He comes upfield, and he's got some space, and he is brought down by Addix Pennington at the 21. Also in there on the tackle is Scott's number 34, Mason Brown.
And Trey Lester, he's the one that had that return, but he's hobbling off the field over there, and that's a big part of the Sherman offense.
Play clock down to 15. Sherman still huddled. Here comes the Tide out of the huddle. 5 seconds on the play clock. They get it off, and a flag.
Also, they're going to give them timeout.
And Sherman will call a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout as well. 5:16 to go in the third. We're tied at 20 between the Scott Skyhawks and the Sherman Tide.
Let the beauty of the season end without the chill. At Window World of Beckley, we bring comfort, style, and savings to your home. Our windows and doors are built to handle West Virginia's wild and wonderful weather, keeping the warmth in and the energy bills low. With energy-efficient windows, expert installations, and affordable financing options, it's time to upgrade. It's never been easier to fall in love with your home again. Call 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD today.
At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Call One Insurance Agency. Let my family help protect your family. Go Skyhawks.
WZAC-FM, Danville, Madison.
1st and 10 for Sherman. Ball at the Sherman 21. Quarterback from the gun takes it, hands it off to the lone man in the backfield. He goes left. He'll get forward a yard, maybe 2.
It's Dawson Green.
Dawson Green on the carry, gain of about 1 on the play.
Gain of a yard on the play, 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, as I said, Trey Lester going out. I know they still have Levi Sprouse, but Lester's that guy that I believe is more of the dynamic back of being able to get out into space and get extra yards. As we said, Green is more of that downhill runner, run through it. So whenever you run those off tackles with him, trying to get him to the outside, it doesn't have the same effect.
They'll send 2 receivers to the far side. Now they'll bring 2 flankers back over to the near side. Quarterback drops. He wants to pass. Throws one down the field. It is overthrown, intended for Chase Southern. He don't seem like he's got as fast a step as he had earlier in the ball game. The ball was overthrown, incomplete.
Yeah, that's just a miss on the quarterback right there because Caden Sharps was kind of frozen, had his eyes in the backfield just enough to where if that ball's on target, Southern is probably into the end zone.
3rd down and 9. Sherman comes out of the huddle. They'll go with the same formation. Quarterback takes the handoff, pitch forward to number 6. He goes around the outside. He's got the 1st down and more, and they come up from behind and take him down. That is number 59 for Scott making the tackle. That is Charlie Ball.
Yeah, this time they run. It's a form of the wing in the shotgun offense. They fake the inside handoff to Green, and then they just bring Adkins from that little tight end spot, flanker spot. They bring him inside, and it's just an inside toss play, going a little misdirection play, and he's able to pick up about 17 yards on the play and get a 1st down.
1st and 10 from their own 39. And he'll hand it off to number 40 into the line, and he is brought down by Scott's number 75. It's not on our roster. Gavin McMicken on the tackle for Scott. Gain of a 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7. Move the ball up to the Sherman 42. Tide comes out of the huddle. Plenty of time on the play clock. And on the handoff, being chased, he throws the ball away. Putting the pressure on him back there is none other than Mason Brown.
Yeah, it was a play-action pass, and just immediately there's pressure on as Mason Brown beats the right tackle, and it just forces the quarterback, Eli Pauley, to kind of go to his right and on the run, and it doesn't give him enough room to be able to complete that pass, which had a crosser coming across the middle, which was number, I'll find it, Colby Atkins, number 6.
3rd down 7. Sherman comes to the line. They'll send single wideouts each side of the line. Quarterback drops back, wants to pass. And he comes up, and they catch him, they sandwich him at the 50, actually at the 46. And he will pick up about 4 more. See where they spot it. They'll spot it at the 47.
5-yard gain.
So is there a penalty on the play? There must be. Holding on Sherman. So that Scott will take the penalty. Penalty occurred right at the line of scrimmage. They'll put the ball back and spot it at the 33-yard line. So it will be 3rd down and 18. The Tide breaks the huddle. Single wideouts both ways. Quarterback from the gun drops back, looking to pass. Throws one down the middle of the field. It is caught wide open. And that is going to be Southern. He is into the end zone for a touchdown. He was wide open. That was a 68-yard touchdown play.
Yeah, this time again, just Scott getting caught with their eyes in the backfield, and they just allow the Sherman receiver, Southern, just to run right past them.
.246 on a 3rd quarter clock. And Sherman takes a 6-point lead. Sherman going for the 2-point conversion. Elijah Pauley, the quarterback, goes from the gun. Got a man in motion, drops back, wants to pass. Rolls left. Mason Brown chasing him down. He throws it. It is going to be incomplete.
That was a great job by Peanut Brown. He jumped the route to Colby Atkins that Pauley was wanting to go to.
So we'll take a 30-second timeout as Sherman jumps back out to a 6-point lead. 2:46 to go in the 3rd quarter here on the Skyhawk Sports Network. Tackle.
With Erie Insurance here at Caldwell Insurance Agency, I want to provide you with the best customer service available. I want to provide you with coverages that nobody else can provide you with, along with affordable rates. I promise you, when you come in this office, we will take better care of you than anybody else. Provide you with the best auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and life insurance. I want our family to be able to take care of your family, and I promise you we will be able to do that here at Caldwell Insurance Agency.
As the Sherman Tide puts another 6 points on the board, they jump back out to a 26-20 lead with 2:46 to go in the 3rd. Sherman will be kicking from our left to right. Back deep for the Skyhawks will be Caden Sharps and Hunter Wood. And the kick is going to be taken at the 30 by Scott. Coming up the side up to the 40, it's Ryan Neal on the return. And he'll get about a 10 or 11-yard return out of it. And the Skyhawks will put it in play. at their own 40. So a 10-yard return by Ron Neal.
Gave him a good spot.
Actually, give him a spot,
yeah.
41, yeah. 11-yard return.
I would really like to see Scott continue to try to utilize that RPO, freeze those linebackers just enough to where you're able to hit those slant routes.
Triple receivers go wide to the far side. Peanut Brown from the gun, hands it off. And coming up the middle for a 4-yard gain, a flag on the play. That may be a face mask.
Going to get 5 yards as of right now to the 46.
Here's the call. Face mask. Sherman. They'll move it up 5 yards. It'll be a first down for Scott. Moves the ball over to the 49-yard line of Sherman. Skyhawks go with triple receivers far side, single wide out near side. Peanut Brown drops back, wants to pass, throws one downfield. Caden Sharps wide open, catches it at the 20, 10-5, touchdown.
And Scott just took advantage of rolling Sherman to sleep. They've hit those short pass plays a couple different times. So this time, what do? They run a double move. The cornerback tries to jump the route, and then Caden Sharps just takes off and goes right by him. And then it is nothing but green grass and 6 points for Caden Sharps.
Beautiful pass play by the Skyhawks offense. And Skyhawks tie it up. Now the Skyhawks have the opportunity to go ahead by 1 point. Ron Neal, the holder. Tucker Breelove on for the kick. Snap is back. Kick is away. It is good. And the Scott Skyhawks take a 1 point lead, 27-26 with 2:21 to go in the third quarter. We'll step aside 30 seconds here on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
With Erie Insurance here at Caldwell Insurance Agency, I want to provide you with the best customer service available. I want to provide you with coverages that nobody else can provide you with, along with affordable rates. I promise you, when you come in this office, we will take better care of you than anybody else. Provide you with the best auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and life insurance. I want our family to be able to take care of your family, and I promise you we will be able to do that here at Caldwell Insurance Agency.
The discounts are deeper in Danville at Stevens Auto Center in Danville. That's right, we've got the best deals on
Teed up, ready to kick it away for the Skyhawks. He'll be kicking from our right to left. Here comes Breelove. Kick high, end over end kick. Lone return man back, takes it at the 7. He comes up across the 10, the 15, the 20. He's got some space, and he's going on the end. It's down to number 1. No, it's left up to number 23 to make the stop over there. And he'll return it all the way back to the 50-yard line.
It's number 6, Colby Adkins, and he just found a seam, and he's able to take it to midfield. And 3 Scott defenders run into each other as they try to converge on a tackle, and that's what allows Colby, as he splits the 3, that's what allows him to get up to midfield for a big 42-yard gain on the kick return.
Sherman has it, 1st and 10 at the 50. Quarterback, it's high. He has to pull it in. He is caught back there by Mason Brown, and he will go down for the sack.
Yeah, that high snap threw the play off just enough to where he couldn't get that handoff. They were going to try to go a wide zone play to Levi Sprouse, but just not able to get the handoff off after the high snap. That's going to be a loss of 5 yards on the play. 2nd down and 15.
Sherman still has it teed up. 22 seconds on the play clock. Here comes the gold and maroon. They'll bring a receiver out. Southern wide comes to the near side. Quarterback drops back, throws it the other way. It's complete. He's got some running room down the sideline, and they finally take him out of bounds over there near the 40.
It's Trey Lester.
And they're going to say he right at 10 yards, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Yeah, it's just a tunnel screen. It's perfectly executed. Trey Lester lines up as that far outside receiver out there, and it's just a snap, and then he comes back towards the middle of the field, accepts that tunnel screen, and then just picks him and chooses his way down the field and picks up excellent blocking.
Sherman brings twin receivers near side. Quarterback from the gun, hands it off to Trey Lester. He'll go up the middle, and they'll bring him down.
No, it's Levi Sprouse.
Levi Sprouse, you're right. Number 27. And he's down.
Gain of 3 on the play.
Gain of 3 on the play. Official timeout for an injury.
We have an injury on the field. Offensive injury.
1:12 remains in the third quarter. Skyhawks lead it by 1, 27-26.
And big right now. I mean, we're still very much early in this game in the second half, but right now the difference in this ball game is a confident and poised Peanut Brown back there as the quarterback for the Skyhawks. He's been able to navigate the pocket really well. The offensive line has been able to pick up blocks, and this half, especially in this third quarter, he's been able to really locate and put the ball where exactly he needs to. Again, Scott done a fantastic job right there of using what they had done the previous drive to really lull Sherman to sleep. You see the corner come up and try to take away that short route, and they just run the double move.
Quick snap for Sherman. They'll hand it off in the backfield. He's got some room still on his feet, and they finally bring him down inside the 30-yard line, down to the Scott 29. That'll be another Sherman first down.
Yeah, they run split backs back there out of shotgun formation. They give it to Lester on the inside handoff, and he just uses Sprouse as a fullback over there. Not Sprouse, but Green as a fullback over there, and just follows his blockers and is able to pick his way through for the first down.
They really didn't give Scott time to set. Twin receivers near side. Man in motion. Quarterback drops back. Now he's going to keep it. Goes up the middle. He's got plenty of room, and he is taken down over there by number 77, Eli Gillespie.
Again, that play right there, I know it's still going to be a 5-6 yard gain, but the thing is Peanut Brown is what was able to blow that play up because they were wanting to run. They had a little drag route from the flanker position right there, and Peanut Brown, again, just like he did on the 2-point conversion, blows that play up, jumps the route, and it makes Pauly pull it, and he is able to pick up 5.
Time expires at the end of the third quarter. The score, your Scott Skyhawks 27, the Sherman Tide 26. We'll step aside for a 2-minute break and be back with the final quarter of this rivalry game between the Scott Skyhawks and the Sherman Tide.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, a Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Three quarters in the book. Skyhawks lead it by a point. Sherman has it 2nd down and 5. Ball at the Scott 29-yard line. Quarterback Pauly takes a snap, hands it off to the fullback, and he goes right up the middle and blasts forward, and they're going to spot it at the 19-yard line, and it'll be another first down for the Tide.
Yeah, this time, this is really the first time we've been able to see Dawson Green find a little bit of running room, enough to be able to get more than 1 or 2 yards. This time he just lowers his shoulder and goes through one of the Skyhawk linebackers and able to pick up just enough to pick up that first down.
1st and 10, Sherman. Polly hands it off up the middle once again. And once again, Dawson Green is the ball carrier.
Tackle made by number 66, Ethan Bowe.
Gain of a yard. That's all that's going to give him. 2nd down and 9. Ball at the Scott 18-yard line.
Yeah, that play, that time Scott's number 66, which is Ethan Bowe, done a really good job of hustling down and coming and stopping Green right there at the line of scrimmage. He is able to fall forward for a yard.
Twin receivers come to the near side for Sherman. Polly from the gun takes it, hands it off to number 9. He'll go, turn back up the middle. He's got some room, and he's going to go into the end zone for a Sherman touchdown. Yeah. Number 9 is Trey Lester.
Again, it's just one cut and up the field, and because of that, Scott just over pursues. You see him coming across the line of scrimmage, looking like he's going to go to the outside, and just cuts it right back into the middle of the field. And then once he does that, there's enough room to make one cut and get into the end zone for a touchdown.
Sherman will go for 2. They now lead at 32-27, 10:51 remaining in the ball game. Sherman will go for the 2-point conversion. Twin receivers to the near side. Polly from the gun. Actually, a direct snap to number 9, Trey Lester, and he's into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Trey Lester. And Sherman jumps out to a 34-27 lead.
Your score, Sherman 34, Scott 27.
We'll step aside for a 30-second timeout here on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
Before you hit the hiking trails with your crew, make a quick stop at your local Little General convenience store. We've got the snacks, drinks, and gas to keep you going. Because every great hike starts with a little planning and a lot of snacks. We're proud to be part of your journey, rooted in West Virginia and built for the road ahead. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Z92 Country.
Turn it up loud.
WZAC. Danville, Madison, West Virginia.
Back at Scout Field, where Sherman just puts 8 points on the board. They lead at 34-27. Sherman now kicking off from our right to left. Here comes the kick. High end over end kick taken at the 30. Across the 35. 40 still on his feet. Across the 45. Nice return over there by the Skyhawks.
Ryan Neal.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And they're going to get it and spot it at the Scott 45-yard line. 1st and 10, Skyhawks.
A 15-yard gain for Ryan Neal on the kick return.
Peanut Brown comes over and gets the play call from Josh Sharps. 10:45 remains in the ball game. Scott will bring 3 receivers to the near side. Single wide out far side. Peanut Brown, he keeps it. Goes right tackle. And he will pick up 4 on the play.
Peanut on the keeper.
2nd down and 6. Ball moves up to the Scott 49-yard line.
As you said, Joe, good job there by Peanut Brown going up and getting that. It's a design quarterback run all the way, but it's a good job of going up and getting that and securing it and being able to come down and pick up a short gain.
Skyhawks will take twin receivers each way. Brown from the gun. Drops back. Pass complete in the backfield to Cooper Grant. No gain on the play. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
If you drive a Chevy
Little screen pass in the backfield.
12077.
Yeah, Scott's running that a lot here this year, where they run that little. It's just a swing pass out to the running back, and teams are seeing that as soon as that running back kind of goes in motion, just the slightest. That's what they're preparing for, and you see it right there. As soon as the snap was come back, Sherman was in the backfield.
Third down for Scott. Peanut Brown takes a snap. Throws it downfield. It's caught by Caden Sharps down to the 40. It'll be a first down on about an 11-yard pass play. Score update in single A. Number 14, Man, leads number 3, Tug Valley, 14-6. That game in the third quarter.
That connection with Caden Sharps now puts Caden Sharps at 11 catches for 177 yards in this game. So that's back-to-back 168 plus for Caden Sharps.
3 receivers, goes wide to the far side of the field. Peanut Brown takes a snap, hands it off into the backfield, and coming around is number 21. He's almost broke loose inside the 20, and that is Cooper Grant on a heck of a run for Scott. Come right down the sideline in front of the Skyhawk bench.
First down, Skyhawks.
And that will spot the ball at the Scott 17-yard, or the Sherman 17-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be a pickup of 23 on the play, and Cooper Grant does a really good job of letting his blocks develop and then getting up, turning it up the field at the perfect time, and is able to tiptoe that sideline enough to pick up a couple more after his first initial contact was made.
Peanut calls the numbers. Mason Brown in motion. Takes a snap, hands it off to Cooper Grant. Once a time, again, he comes around to the right side. He's down to the 10. He's slammed out of bounds by number 40.
Tackle made by number 40, Dawson Green.
Gain of 5 on the play. Brings the ball down to the 12. It'll be 2nd and 5 for Scott.
Yeah, again, just a really good job. They send Mason Brown in motion from right to left towards that far sidelines, and it creates enough confusion and enough motion from that Sherman defense to open up a running lane around this outside zone play to this near sideline. And Cooper Grant, again, does a good job of letting his blocks develop and then getting around that outside.
3 receivers go to the Sherman side of the field. Peanut Brown takes a snap. He'll keep it. He comes up the middle. He gets down to 11. He actually went to the right behind the right guard, and we have a Sherman player down. It is number 27 once again, Levi Sprouse.
It's a
slow getting up.
It's a gain of 1, and I don't know if we're going to, if you could have seen it on video productions, but if Peanut would have cut that to the left, back over where the center was and replaced where the center was, that would have gave him an opportunity to pick up that first down and maybe even more, but he stayed to the right to follow Cooper Grant, and that allowed Sherman to bring him down for a 1-yard gain.
Twin receivers go to each side, this time for Scott. Caden Sharps in motion. Flag on the play. Pass complete to Cooper Grant. Flag on the play. Illegal shift.
I think exactly what they're going to get, illegal shift. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
The official talking to the Sherman coach. And they want to take the penalty.
I don't know that you can.
On the offense, 5 yards from the previous spot, third down.
I think you have to take the penalty on that because, well, you don't have to, but you can't take the play. I mean,
3rd down and 9 now for Scott. Ball is at the Sherman 16-yard line. Comes Skyhawks out of the huddle. Twin receivers each way. Cooper Grant, the lone running back, to the left of the quarterback, Peanut Brown. Brown takes it. Looks. He's under some pressure. Rolls right. And he keeps it and runs out of bounds.
I think it's going to be a loss.
And let's see where they spot it. It is going to be a loss of a yard. Be fourth down and 10. So now what do you do?
I know it's not the popular opinion, but I bring Tucker Breedlove on right here and make it a 4-point game. But Scott's offense is staying on the field.
Pretty much all or nothing at this point, I guess. 6:56 remains in the game. Sherman leads 34-27. Here come the Skyhawks out of the huddle. And Scott will take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. The score, Sherman 34, Scott 27, here on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Brothers Pharmacy, Main Street, Madison.
Voice of the Scott Skyhawks.
Field after the timeout. Scott has it 4th down and 9. At the Sherman 16-yard line. Skyhawks spread out, twin receivers each way. Peanut Brown from the gun.
They're going to try this wheel play again.
And a flag.
Yeah. Just jumped. No, this time it's going to be on 77, Moose Miller, or Eli Gillespie jumping.
So now it is 4th down and 14. Game clock at 6:56. Play. Yeah, now their play has been given to Peanut Brown.
Are you going to try to run this same play again after you just gave yourself up? Because it was kind of obvious you were going to run the wheel route again to this far side.
I think you got to throw it. Peanut Brown from the gun. Caden Sharp's in motion, drops back, throws it. He caught it inside the 5-yard line. He caught that ball. Wow. What a catch by Hunter Woodrum. Wow.
Off the tip. Great concentration play right there.
Watch this replay.
That pass was broken up originally.
It was a reach in. It bobbled. He caught it on the second effort and fell right at the 2-yard line. Skyhawks have it in tight in the box. Peanut Brown from the gun. Peanut Brown takes it, runs in the middle. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Peanut Brown.
Quarterback keeper, touchdown, Skyhawks.
A 3-yard touchdown run by Peanut Brown on the quarterback keeper.
Yeah, great job. It was Mason Brown that really got that block that allowed Peanut Brown to get in. He comes up, lined him up as a fullback position, a down fullback, and then he just kind of pulled, in a sense, into that left guard position and is able to pick up a key block.
Ryan Neal on to hold the ball for Tucker Breedlove. The kick is up, and it is good. Woo, and we are tied at 34. When I first looked up, the ball was kind of going to the left. I thought he missed it.
It was another great hold there by Ryan Neal to get that down for Breedlove to have an opportunity to kick that. That was kind of behind Ryan Neal, and he had to go back, get it, and get it back down in order to get that ball down.
And we are tied at 34 apiece. Wow, what a game between these two rivals. The 95th meeting between the Scott Skyhawks and the Sherman Tide. And what a game we have seen here tonight.
I would venture to say that this is probably one of the more exciting ones that you've ever seen, to be honest with you.
I've seen some dandies over the years. So
this is,
I've seen
the type of offense that you're seeing out of the two teams, where it's been back and forth and the prolific passes, down the field passes. Normally these teams, I know Scott has been known for throwing the football the last couple of years, but normally when these two teams meet, it's a lot of running between the tackles and establishing the run game.
Scott will be kicking off from our left to right toward the baseball field. For those that know the layout here at Skyhawk Field.
The beautiful Skyhawk baseball field.
The beautiful? Oh, okay. Tucker Breelove has it all teed up. Got a return man standing on the near side hash mark at about the 23 and one all the way back inside the 10. And it's going to be on the ground. It rolls inside the 20, inside the 15. They pick it up, and he's got some room. And they finally bring him down inside the 40 at about the 36, 37-yard line. And that's where the Tide will start this drive.
Yeah, that's why I've never been a fan at all of the kicks on the ground like that, simply because it's just an opportunity for everybody to over-pursue the play, and that's exactly what's happened 3 times now. That's allowed. Luckily, Scott was able to hold that to a shorter gain, but that was almost disastrous again for Scott.
Polly goes into the gun. Single running back. Fakes the handoff, pitch back to number 6. He goes around to the right side. He's got some room over there. And they bring him down around the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that's that same pitch play that they ran earlier in the ball game. They fake the inside handoff, and then they pitch it forward to Adkins, which technically goes down as a pass play, and is able to pick up about 7 yards on the play.
2nd down and 3 for the Tide. They'll send twin receivers far side. Polly from the gun, single running back. Now 2 receivers come to this side. Still twin receivers over there. They'll hand it off to Trey Lester. He comes out. He breaks loose, and he cuts back, and they almost let him get away again on the shoestring tackle down there. Was number 77, Eli Gillespie. And if it hadn't have been for that, he may have took off and ran for the end zone.
Yeah, it was one of those things, again, you'll see right here on the replay. Peanut Brown has him, and as he's coming through, he ends up tripping over Tanner Simmons, and that's how Sprouse originally gets away and is able to pick up the first down up to the Scott 46-yard line.
Game clock at 5:15 and rolling. Here comes the Tide. They'll bring twin receivers to the near side. Polly from the gun hands it off to number 40, and he's still on his feet, spinning forward, spinning through Skyhawks like pinballs. That is Dawson Green.
On the carry. 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, he's able to pick up 8 on the play and bring up 2nd down and 2. As again, we see a lot of tired Scott defenders out there, hands on the knees and bending over at the waist. Mason Brown's over there, who plays both sides of the ball and is involved in just about every play on the field. He's over there trying to get enough breath into him for the next play.
Hands off to number 40. Once again, Dawson Green up the middle. He gets loose from a couple of Skyhawks. Gets inside the 25 down to about the 23-yard line. And he's almost running at will. You watch on the replay. Dawson takes it, goes right up the middle. Plenty of Skyhawks in the vicinity, but they don't make any effort. And we have a Sherman Tide player down in the backfield. That is, looks like number 50. That is Waylon Baldwin. We'll step aside, take a quick timeout with 4:21 remaining in the ball game. We're tied at 34 between the Scott Skyhawks and the Sherman Tide.
Let the beauty of the season end without the chill. At Window World of Beckley, we bring comfort, style, and savings to your home. Our windows and doors are built to handle West Virginia's wild and wonderful weather, keeping the warmth in and the energy bills low. With energy-efficient windows, expert installations, and affordable financing options, it's time to upgrade. It's never been easier to fall in love with your home again. Call 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD today.
At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
WCAC, Danville, Madison. Back to the action with the Scott Skyhawks on Z92.
Injured player for Sherman gets up and walks off the field. A little slow, but he is making his way across to the Sherman side of the field. Sherman will set up two receivers to the left. Looks like they're going with two running backs. And the quarterback, Eli Polly, will go from the gun.
They got Lester lined up in the slot over here on this near side. Watch that. Traditionally, they've been running.
Polly hands it off to Dawson Green. Peanut Brown is in there to make the stop from behind. Nice job. Peanut Brown comes from his left side over here, or right side, and makes a heck of an effort there for Scott.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. They're going to give him
about a half a yard.
The ball was spotted just inside the 23, and they're moving it to just inside just outside of the 22. So,
same formation for Sherman. Actually, now they go with three running backs. Hands it off to number 9 around the far side. He breaks free. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Sherman, on a 24-yard touchdown run.
And this right here is a very important play for the Scott defense, as they are going to go for two to try to make this an 8-point game.
3:33 remains on the clock, and Sherman jumps out to a 40-34 lead. 24-yard touchdown run by Trey Lester. Big play for Scott, big play for Sherman. Quarterback, that little pitch, and his knees were down, but they're going to give it to him. Let's watch the replay. Here's the replay coming up. Hands it off to number 6.
I think
that was close.
I think he did get in. Actually,
that was close.
I didn't think he did, but
that's Kobe Adkins. And Sherman now leads 42-34. Wow. So if you are Scott, you must score with 3:33 left in the ball game. What a game we have had, a battle back and forth. And Sherman currently has the momentum going their way. Coming out, the kicker, number 4, Elliott Hanna tees it up for Sherman. Kicking toward the field house. Here comes the kick. It's a end-over-end kick. It is fielded at the 29, across the 30, 35, 40. Spins up to the 44-yard line. On the return for Scott is number 29, Ethan Sanders. So Scott will start their drive at their own 44-yard line.
Something to watch is during that kickoff and the time in between the kickoff that will break, Peanut Brown was over here sitting on the bench talking to the athletic trainer, Ben Bush. I don't know if that was just him checking on him or what, but
4 receivers out wide for Scott. Peanut Brown takes it, drops back, fires, complete to Cooper Grant up to the line of scrimmage, and that'll be all. And a flag. Oh, and they're going to get Sherman. I think they're going to get Sherman, number 3, Bryce Mooney, on an unsportsmanlike play. On number 27. That goes against Levi Sprouse.
That's the taunting. He stood over top of him whenever after the tackle, he stood over top of him and kind of had a couple extra things to say after that play.
They need to call that a little more often, especially the Mingo game here. They taunted Scott a lot that night. Moves the ball down to the Sherman 41-yard line. Peanut Brown will go from the gun. Cooper Grant to his right. Peanut Brown turns, throws one down the field. It is way overthrown, intended for Caden Sharps.
Yeah, just try to run that little stop route right around the 7-yard mark and just kind of fired it just a little high and outside, a little too hot for Caden to be able to come back and get that ball.
Now the clock comes into play for Scott. Clock stops at 3 minutes, 4 seconds. Skyhawk trails by 8. 3 receivers goes to the left. Single wide out to the near side. Brown drops back. Rolls right. Throws one down the field. It is way over the hands of Mason Brown. 3rd down and 10, Scott.
Yeah, they had Mason Brown lined up in the trips over there. He's the inside receiver. He runs a little crosser around the middle field. Peanut Brown does an excellent job of navigating the pocket, rolls out to his right, and is able to get his feet underneath him to deliver what could have been a really good ball, but just kind of just goes just out of the reach of Mason Brown.
What a game we have seen here tonight between 6 and 2 and the number 6th ranked Class Single A team in the state, Sherman, and the 2 and 6 Scott Skyhawks. Skyhawks set and ready, same formation. And they hand it off to Cooper Grant. He's got some room up the middle, down inside the 30. Before he goes down, he'll pick up the 1st down at the Sherman 30-yard line.
Yeah, the way that Scott's been throwing the ball here in the second half, that was almost a surprise play right there. It's an inside draw play. It's set up nicely, good blocking up front, and he picks his way down to the 30-yard line, pickup of 11 on the play.
Levi Sprouse was slow getting up back here in the Scott backfield. Scott will send 3 receivers to the Sherman side. Single wide out to the near side. Brown calls the numbers. Brown keeps it. He comes to the right side, and he'll pick up a couple.
Peanut Brown on the keeper.
Take care of that football, Peanut.
Yeah, play clock rolls at 2:17. 3-yard pickup, 2nd down and 7. .25 seconds on the play clock. Game clock rolls down to 2 minutes. 2 receivers go each way for Scott. Cooper Grant, the lone running back. Sharps goes in motion. High snap.
Yep, we're going to get an illegal shift.
Illegal shift on Scott once again.
Caden Sharps, this time he went forward as he was coming in motion.
False start. That's what they're going to get on Scott. Stops the clock at 1:46.
I don't understand why they're calling that false start.
It's a legal motion. Water boy and 18 quarterback, Mr. Nate Dog Brenniger. They play the championship on Sunday.
Second down and 10 for Scott. Twin receivers each side. Peanut Brown from the gun. Drops back, looking, rolls right, pumps, keeps it, runs out of bounds. He does roll forward. Stops the clock at 1:24. Gain of 3 on the play. Second down or third down and 7. Actually, close to 3 down. Yeah, 3 yard. Third down and 7.
Peanut Brown scrambles for about 3 yards. Brings up third down.
Final game of the season will be next Friday night at Williamstown. That'll be our first trip to that part of the state. Skyhawks send trips to the left. Single wide out to the near side. Oh, and it's over the head of Peanut Brown. He has no choice but to get on it, and luckily picked it up all the way back at the 45-yard line. That's going to bring up fourth down and 25.
Yeah, if you're Scott, you got to call a timeout right here.
And we have a timeout on the field.
Scott, second charge timeout.
We'll take a timeout as well here on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
People's Bank student.
Let the beauty of the season end without the chill. At Window World of Beckley, we bring comfort, style, and savings to your home. Our windows and doors are built to handle West Virginia's wild and wonderful weather, keeping the warmth in and the energy bills low. With energy-efficient windows, expert installations, and affordable financing options, it's time to upgrade. It's never been easier to fall in love with your home again. Call 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD today.
At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
With the Scott Skyhawks on Z92.
It's do or die time for the Skyhawks. Fourth down and 25. Ball all the way back to the Sherman 45-yard line. Josh Sharps calling in signals. Peanut Brown drops back. Hail Mary pass down the field. It is deflected, and that will be your ball game. Well, minute 9 remains on the clock, but now Sherman just has to run out the clock, and they will pick up a 42-34 victory.
Yeah, we've talked about it, Joe. It's tough for Scott with the way that they've been offensively this year to put yourselves in those third and fourth and longs, and they're just not an offense that's able to capitalize or build off the mistakes that they make. The mistakes oftentimes hurt them more than what they hurt other teams because of the offense that they have. They're just not able to pick up chunk yardage.
Sherman lines up like they're going to run a regular play, and they hand it off. And he's still on his feet. Almost picks up the first down. And Scott taking a timeout. And the Skyhawks do take a timeout. We'll step aside for a 30-second timeout here on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
Caldwell Insurance Agency. With Erie Insurance here at Caldwell Insurance Agency, I want to provide you with the best customer service available. I want to provide you with coverages that nobody else can provide you with, along with affordable rates. I promise you, when you come in this office, we will take better care of you than anybody else. Provide you with the best auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and life insurance. I want our family to be able to take care of your family, and I promise you we will be able to do that here at Caldwell Insurance Agency.
Scott Skyhawks on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
Gain of 9 on the play for Sherman. 2nd down and 1. And they're going to try to score a touchdown. I can't believe this. And they hand it off to number 40, Dawson Green. He'll pick up the first down. Gain of 2 on the play. Ball at the Scott 44-yard line. And the official says, roll the clock. And here comes the Tide out of the huddle.
Now it looks like they're going to go in victory formation.
I'm surprised what took them so long. And Polly takes it, knees it. And that will be the ball game. That'll be the final play of the game. Final score, the Sherman Tide 42, the Scott Skyhawks 34. We will step aside for a 2-minute break and come back to wrap things up here on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
Health began as a small clinic with a simple yet powerful purpose: to care for our neighbors right here at home. From the very beginning, it was about people showing up for each other, building trust, and staying connected. Today, Access Health is serving thousands across southern West Virginia. But what makes us different isn't just the care we provide, it's who provides it. Our team was born here, trained here, and lives here. This is what community looks like. This is Access Health, by the community, for the community, always.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Why choose Thornhill Auto Group?
It starts with selection.
10 quality brands.
All from a name you've trusted for years.
Plus, a great selection of pre-owned.
And don't forget, practically every vehicle we sell comes with Thornhill's Value Plus warranty.
It's coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy
at Thornhill Auto Group.
Calendar notifications, emails, texts. These are all distractions. They take your attention away from the road, away from stoplights, sudden braking, and unexpected hazards. Distracted driving is dangerous to you and others. And if you're caught with a phone in your hand, it will cost you a minimum of $100, or even worse, it could cost a life. Keep yourself and others safe on the road. Put the phone away, or pay. This message is brought to you by the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program.
Back to the action with the Scott Skyhawks on Z92.
Here at Skyhawk Field, where the Sherman Tide has come in and knocked off the Scott Skyhawks. Sherman will go to 7-2 on the season. Scott will drop to 2-7. Take a look at the scoring recap. The Sherman Tide scored on the opening drive of Scott. They picked up a fumble. Chase Southern returned it for 72 yards. The PAT failed. Sherman jumped out to a 6-0 lead. Then with 2:58 to go in the first half, Sherman on a 1-yard run by Levi Sprouse. Eli Polly on the 2-point run. Sherman led 14-0. Then the Skyhawks got into the action. Peanut Brown on a 5-yard carry into the end zone. Kyle Breelove come on and kick the extra point, and Sherman hung on to a 14-7 lead. And before the half, Trey Lester on an 80-yard kickoff return scored a touchdown. The PAT failed, and at the half it was Sherman 20, Skyhawks 7. In the third quarter, Peanut Brown on a 15-yard run with 7:09 remaining in the third. Breelove come on and kick. Skyhawks trailed by 6, 20-14. Peanut Brown with 5:21 to go in the third quarter connected on a 16-yard pass play to Ryan Neal. The PAT failed. We were all tied up at 20 apiece. Then with 2:46 to go in the third quarter, Elijah Polly connected with Chase Southern on a 68-yard pass play. The PAT failed. Sherman jumped back out to a 26-20 lead. Then Peanut Brown connected to Caden Sharps on a 49-yard pass play. Breelove kicked. Skyhawks went on top, 27-26. Well, that lasted until the fourth quarter with 10:41 to go, and Trey Lester scored on a 19-yard run for the Tide. Lester also scored the two-point conversion, and Sherman jumped out to a 34-27 lead. Well, the Skyhawks weren't done. They come back, and Peanut Brown on a 3-yard carry into the end zone. Breelove kicked, and we were all tied up at 34. Final score of the game, though, came with 3:33 remaining on the clock. A 24-yard touchdown run by Trey Lester. Colby Atkins carried the two-point conversion in. Final score, Sherman 42, Scott 34. Chris Barrett, you got some stats there for us to take a look at?
Yeah, first off, for Sherman, 56 plays, 317 total yards, 5.7 yards per play, 16 first downs, 2 of 9 on third down, 1 of 1 on fourth down, and 2 turnovers. Elijah Polly, the quarterback, 7 of 13 for 95 yards, a touchdown, 1 interception. Trey Lester, 9 carries for 83 yards and 2 touchdowns. Levi Sprouse, 10 carries for 80 yards, a touchdown. And then Chase Southern, 3 catches for 70 yards. For Scott, 63 plays for 365 yards, 5.8 yards per play, 21 first downs, 5 of 15 on third down, 1 of 3 on fourth down, 3 turnovers. Peanut Brown, 20 of 33 for 264 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Also had 17 carries for 15 yards and 3 touchdowns. Mason Brown, 4 rushes for 30 yards, 3 catches for 41 yards. Cooper Grant, 8 carries for 53 yards. Caden Sharps, 11 catches for 177 yards, 1 touchdown. Ryan Neal, 3 catches for 26 yards and a touchdown.
Now comes to that magical question of the week. Who do you nominate as the player of the game?
I mean, I hate to do it 2 weeks in a row, but I think Peanut and Caden Sharps both. I mean, you know, Peanut combines for 5 total touchdowns. Sharps again breaks the 170 mark of receiving. And, you know, yeah, I mean, those are the 2 that I would nominate if I was going to nominate. I mean, I hate to give it back-to-back weeks, but these 2 kids really showed out.
I'll go with you. I'm not going to argue that because, and I tell you what, and Mason Brown had a good game too, especially on defense out there. He took some tough hits out there as well. And I tell you what, Peanut Brown had a good game at defense. What's this? They taunting over here or what?
I'm not sure what they're doing.
Who knows what's going on. But anyway, our Caldwell Insurance player of the games will be Peanut Brown and Caden Sharps. Well, Mr. Barrett, this is your last game of the season in football.
It is.
Anything you want to close out with?
No, it's been a tough season, but it's been a fun season. It's not something we're used to. I remember I think this is my 10th year with you. So,
wow, time flies.
I remember back when we first started, it was a lot like this, and the last 5 or so years, it's not been quite as. It's been quite fun the last 4 or 5 years.
It has.
But this year, we still found ways to make it fun. You know, we. Just like Scott's coaching staff and players, you know, you ask them, this has not been the best season they've had, but we're starting to see what we thought maybe could happen as we're coming into this season. Caden Sharps has really turned it on. He's up over 300 yards receiving in the last 2 games, and Peanuts looked better throwing the ball. But it's been fun. There's a big part of me that's glad I'm not making the 3-hour trip next Friday night. I'll leave that to Big Chafe over here to get his shining moment. But
Justin Chafe will be doing our color in your spot next Friday night.
I appreciate it, and I guess look forward to basketball.
All right, let's wrap things up. Thanks to Robbie Mounts and the staff at Video Productions for being on hand with us tonight. And that'll be the final game of the 2025 season here at Skyhawk Field. It's been senior night as we honored the seniors. Final score, Sherman 42, Scott 34. We'll see everybody next Friday night at 6:30 from Williamstown. For Chris Barrett, I'm Joe Linville. Good night, everyone.